Please, a round of applause for the doctor.
Hey guys, welcome to the Billionaire Realtor 30-Day Sales Challenge with me, Stephen Akintayo. And this is the first episode in this 30-day series that is geared towards helping you to make an exceptional sales. And for all of you who go through this series in these next 30 days, we have promised to reward you with some exceptional gift, a gift of a brand new car to the person who makes their highest sales within these 30 days, and I can't wait to present the car to you in person. So in this part one, I want to define and understand what marketing is, what sales is, and what closing is. Oftentimes we generalize the three, and these three things are very important if you are going to sell real estate or any other sales entirely that you're interested in. You have to sell something, and I always argue that to sell doesn't begin with selling, it begins with marketing. You must understand what marketing is. So marketing is the process, of exchanging of value for cash. Let me say that again. Marketing is a process of exchanging value for cash. In that process includes sales. In that process includes closing. So sales, on the other hand, is when you make a direct attempt to be able to exchange, direct attempt to communicate the requirement for exchanging that value for cash. Then you've made an art of sales. And then closing is actually the process of what? Exchanging the value for the cash. So you can't say you've closed until money is exchanged for the value, right? You can't say you've initiated sales until you're one, face to face with people who can afford, someone who can afford your product and services, and you've communicated the entire process. Right, like cost, like value, the amount of value you're giving for what cost, right? So you've directly communicated the entire process it will take to exchange the value for cash. While closing is actually exchanging of the value for cash. Now, marketing is the process of doing all these things I've just mentioned. So the closing does not start at closing, it starts with marketing, right? It starts with the process of visibility, of investing in making yourself more visible, making your product more visible, making your services more visible, even if you are not necessarily going into the detail of how they need to exchange it for cash. So let's drive it home for the purpose of real estate. So you have engaged in the process of marketing when you do a video like this one I'm doing. Even though in this video I have not necessarily say I have an estate called Jasper Estate in Ibajuleki, and I have a house there, a 4-bedroom is going for 150 million. Now, once I start going into this detail, what am I doing now? I'm selling you, But the time I then send you the account detail, send you the form to fill, and then you fill the form, you transfer the money, right? I send you the documents of the property you paid for. I've closed you. You see the difference, right? But I have started the process of marketing once I start talking about who we are, what I am doing, who I am. And this is very, very important because many of us rush to closing when we've not done marketing, right? Many of us rush to sales when we've not done marketing. So it's a process. It's not something that just jump in one day. So can we go into detail of marketing today? And then the part 2 will focus on sales, and then part 3 we focus on closing, right? So marketing, like we said again, is a process of exchanging a value for cash, a product, a service for cash. Is a process, and so every act in that process is part of marketing, even though it cannot have a sub name called sales, a sub name, specific action name called closing. But generally marketing is the process. So how do you then start the process of selling real estate? There are few marketing strategies you can use. I will start with the first, which is your branding. Branding is part of marketing. What is your unique selling formula? What is the feel? Now, branding is an intangible feel, is an intangible perception, is an intangible promise behind your brand. Okay? But from day one, when you want to start the process of marketing, you have to ask yourself, what feel do I want my brand to give? Right? When I'm coming across, when I start the process of marketing, am I trying to sell a luxury brand? Am I trying to sell, a consumer brand? All that is important to start with, because all this influence your logo, right? All this information help you to even know how to approach the market. I'll give you an example. I'll share this humorously. When you are selling a consumer product, then you need to give all the details. People want the details, right? So that's when you say the land is 15 minutes from Lagos Business School, right? The land has C of O, the land is 400 square meter, and you go on, you can list 20 things about the land. Now, if you're doing luxury and listing 20 things about the land, then you don't even understand how luxury works. Luxury talks less, right? Luxury is proud by even the marketing process, right? It's just saying, I am me. Okay, I'm here, and that's why when you see luxury brand, it's just one sentence. Okay, I'll give you a practical example. We have a new marketing campaign and we're doing that all through this year. And the full slogan of that marketing campaign is simple, just that, the approval, agencies won't allow us to use it. So our first concept was to show a Rolls Royce and to show you a Toyota, and we still intend to do that. I show you a Rolls Royce, show you a Toyota, and just tell you that a Rolls Royce is not the same as Toyota, right? And we are the Rolls Royce of land banking. I want to beg you that you should never, ever compare us with a Toyota. So don't even expect us to be cheap. Why? Gtext is positioning itself to be a luxury brand. I will learn in here. Number 2 thing I want to share with you about marketing is also the vehicle of communicating the marketing. It could be adverts, it could be a tool I want to encourage most of you watching this, realtors, and you want to turn your real estate business, you want to be, I've sold, by the way, over $1 billion worth of real estate. And I want to share one of the powerful marketing formula I use. It's called information marketing. With all sense of modesty, I'm behind democratizing the world land banking in Africa. Okay? And I did that process by just educating people more. What is land banking? How does land banking work? And tips to know, principles to know, how to avoid being duped, sizes of land. If you go to my YouTube channel, I have over 2,000 videos I did for free. So one of the ways you can market is called information marketing. Just give content and free content and just give value. And this is very, very strategic, because you end up thinking that, but I'm not selling, I'm not closing. But ultimately people buy from those they know, they like, they trust, right? And when you position yourself as the teacher, now how many of you don't trust your teacher in the subject matter? You don't trust your professor. You're studying mathematics, but you don't trust your professor in maths. then I can guarantee you're going to fail. Right? So, because your professor is the teacher, you have no choice than to trust the professor. And if you want a good grade, you have to like the professor. Okay? And so you already know the professor the day he starts teaching you. So in the art of marketing, when you use information marketing, you will immediately be known because of the information you're passing across. You will be liked if you really are adding value, and you're pleasant in your delivery, and of course you will be trusted. And ultimately you find people say, I have not been sold yet, I have not been closed yet, but I'm convinced that it is Gtext Homes or Gtext Land I'm going to buy my land from, or Gtext Homes I'm going to buy my house from, because the founder and the chairman of the organization, I watch him teach me, I watch him market, share, and that's what will happen with many of you. Okay? The value for us in investing these 30 days in you is that we're hoping that most of you will begin to sell for us. You see the point now? Even though we've not taken you through product knowledge, which is really the whole process of now convincing you, telling you about our commission structure, all of that. But by just hearing this, you say, can't I sell for Dr. Stephen? Right? Can't I work for his organization? Right? So that's the process of marketing. And one of the best way to do marketing, particularly in real estate, is information marketing. Right? Another type of marketing is called lifestyle marketing. Now that is when you graduate to a point where you can afford. And I did this big time in Dubai. And I got a driver who is not black intentionally, and a Rolls Royce. And every morning, I'll be recorded coming out of Burj Khalifa, entering my Rolls Royce, and my driver driving me to my office in Sheikh Zayed Road in Dubai. Now that is lifestyle marketing. Now, you know, I got a couple of feedback because he's showing off. I don't know you to show off. I don't know you, I don't know who you are, I don't care about you to want to show off. If I will show off, I will show off to those I know. Right? But why was I doing that? I was marketing my brand. Some of the properties I was selling in Dubai is $46 million. So I needed to look what I'm selling. Remember, nobody will ever, it's important, give you the money they think you've never handled before. Nobody. And you have to look what you're selling. And so for me, because I was selling high-end products, high-end property, luxury properties in Dubai, I needed to look luxury. Personally, I'm a very modest person, my approach and my lifestyle. But when I'm selling, I understand that if I'm selling premium, I have to be premium, luxury or nothing, myself. And these are types of marketing that are critical. Ultimately, money follows attention. And if you forget anything I've shared today, remember this. Marketing is the process of gaining attention. Okay? Whether that attention will eventually lead to sales or not, but gain the attention first. That is the first thing that can position you for anybody to exchange their money with you. They first have to know you. And how you then gain their attention, there are positive ways about it, there are negative ways about it, but really, there's no bad, right or wrong about this. Gain their attention first, right? Get people to know you, and that's really the beginning of your marketing. Next episode, we're going to be looking at sales. You know, how do you then move from just marketing people? Because ultimately, marketing without sales is like fame without money. It can be annoying, or anointing without money leads to annoyance. Okay, so when you begin to now move it from just marketing to then narrow it down into sales, giving more details about your products and services, we're going to look at that in part 2 of this particular training. Again, once again, thank you for being part of this Millionaire Realtor Sales Challenge 2025. It's going to be a great time. In 30 days, if you follow every instruction we're giving you, I promise you that you will, turn your real estate business around, And let me give you now the assignment for today. Number one assignment, I want to pick up a marketing strategy, whether lifestyle marketing or information marketing, and then come up with content around whichever of these marketing strategies you are going to use. And then number three, I want to post across all your social media and do today. Okay. Number four, I want to come up with your profile, your personal profile, written and video version. You can use AI to do a profile, and you can ask the team in the WhatsApp group, because we have a WhatsApp group for this for my own personal profile and my written profile, so you can study it and see all of this part of out of marketing, branding. Remember we talked under marketing, we talked about branding, right? And so these 5 things, I want you to do it today. And lastly, I want you to gain attention. Do something, whatever it is, right? And you can post it in the community group, what you've done to gain attention as a realtor, to get people who know you, follow you across all platforms, to just even know that you now sell real estate. Or even if you've been selling and they know, just do something to get their attention around you and real estate business that you do. I love you. See you tomorrow. God bless you.
Okay. So like I said initially, I learned money follows attention. And one of the two ways you can do that is either through lifestyle marketing or information marketing. And whatever you do, be consistent with it over time. Do what you can to get their attention, first and foremost.
Thank you.
Lifestyle marketing. These are key components of success in the real estate industry. And for those of us who have been having one or two challenges in identifying the difference between sales and closing, I believe now we have more light on that. And really, really key is branding. If you don't brand yourself, the world cannot know you. And the world will only patronize those who are visible. Can someone say visibility? Visibility. So tell yourself, I will be more visible this year. In the course of this 30 days challenge, tell yourself, in the course of this 30-day challenge, I will do everything possible to brand myself and put myself out there to the world. Thank you so much. So help me God. A round of applause for yourselves. All right, so right about now, we'll be going into the next session, which is a key and vital component. I can hear some echo. Which is the key and vital component of being successful and getting results. Without adequate knowledge of your products, there can be no conviction. You must have adequate knowledge of your products before you can convince your prospects to do business with you. And that is why product knowledge is really, really, really key. Next slide. So, as Gtext Associates subsidiary, the subsidiary itself is one of the subsidiaries of Gtext Holdings. Gtext Holdings is the mother company of several subsidiaries, and this subsidiary falls within the several subsidiaries that Gtext Holdings comprises of. And what do we do in this subsidiary? We help people to build wealth through partnership. Partnership as individuals, partnership as corporate entities, partnership as even religious institutions, and other parastatals. So our goal is to help 100,000 people build wealth through real estate by the end of the year 2035. And to build 10,000 strategic partnerships with global brands by the year 2035. And then what's our mission? To become the largest real estate brokerage firm in the world through strategic partnerships and disruptive technological tools. When it comes to innovation in the real estate space, we are really big about the use of disruptive technological tools. And in the course of this session we'll be having this morning, we will see practical implementation of how we can use technology even to really change the game as realtors, as brokers, and even as organizations. How can you use technology to convince your prospects to do business with you. So in the course of this session, we'll be talking more about what we call digitalization. That's one of the new developments that the company recently came up with. So our vision is to be the largest real estate brokerage firm in the world. Next. So here we have our executives. Next. Here we have our acting MD, Gtext Associates. She'll be coming up soon. Next. So here are some of the subsidiaries of Gtext Holdings and some of the products that we push and we also promote in this subsidiary. You can see we have Gtext Homes. I would like us to echo in one voice. When I say Gtext Homes, you read the motto or the slogan of Gtext Homes, and we do the same for the other subsidiaries. So when I say Gtext Homes, we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
Gtext Homes. Gtext Land. Gvest. Gtext Suites. Thank you. Next slide. Now, before I come into this slide, I would like to emphasize a bit on the previous slide. Please go back. When you hear the Rolls Royce of green and smart homes, it's not just a coincidence. It's intentional. One of the things we are big on is luxury. Can someone re-echo luxury? So we are using luxury to create a feel, to create an experience for our business partners and investors, even across the globe. And the reason why we use this word, the Rolls Royce, is because when you put in comparison a Rolls Royce and a Beetle, you know there's a big difference, right? So some people will ask you in the course of your business or your presentations and all that, they will ask you certain questions. And this is one of the key answers to those questions. We are big on luxury. And luxury is about creating a feel, creating an experience that is memorable in the hearts of our investors. So for instance, you subscribe to one of our homes, the feel you have from the automation process, even to using the green and smart features, even to using the infrastructures that will be put in place within the estates, like the centralized sewage system, even the golf range. All those things are intentional about creating an experience. Anyone here that plays golf, for instance, you would know that golf is one of the games that relates with only quality people. If you agree with me, let me see your hands. Yes. And this is one of the numerous experiences, that we ensure that all of our investors have across our estates, both in Nigeria and in diaspora. All right, next. So this is one of our projects, the 20-unit townhomes in Valdosta, Georgia. We have 20 units of 3-bedroom townhouse in Valdosta. And you can see each unit goes for $250K. Yes, let's go to the next. So this is one of our other projects called Jasper Brookshire. currently on pre-launch. And the beauty about pre-launch is a strategic timing for investors to make a decision in real estate. When you're discussing with your prospects, it's good you let them know that a pre-launch offer comes with numerous benefits. Number one, numerous benefits. Number one is the fact that, please can you help work on these mics? Pre-launch offers usually come with discounts. And one of the things you need to know is discount is your second income. Can we re-echo it? Discount is your second income. And this is a good example. On pre-launch, this estate is selling at 150K per acre. Once the estate is launched, it immediately goes to $300,000 per acre. So imagine you secure the estate while on pre-launch. It means even while you are buying, you have started making profits. Do you agree with me? Yes. Once the estate is launched, you have made another level of profits. And later on, in the nearest future, when the estate is fully developed, the profits, the appreciation that would have been generated on the estates will have increased so much more. So for initial deposits for 1 acre of these estates, it goes for $30K. And for those who want to do payment spread, you can do the initial deposit 30K and spread the balance for $10K for 12 months. And then if you want to go for one plot is $40K per plot, and the initial deposit $10K, and you can spread the balance of $2,005 every month. Next. So the good thing is for all of these estates, we have uploaded everything to a drive. And I would like you to write down the link to access that drive. Just put it down on your notes, www.gtextandassociates.com/products. www.gtextandassociates.com. IT, please, can we work on this mic? I think the battery needs to be changed. www.gtextandassociates.com/products. So once you access that link, every of our products that you are seeing right here, they have been properly arranged on that link. So you have a prospect interested in US, for instance, just access that link, you will see Gtext USA. You have a prospect interested in GBest, access that link, you will see GBest. Same with Gtext Lands and even Gtext Homes as well. So there you can even download the marketing videos, you can download the brochures, you can download the marketing flyers, and use them even to promote these products. So this is another one. Here you can see, welcome to our latest development in Katy, Texas, a 6-story office complex that blends elegance with functionality, designed for professionals, families, and retirees. Yes, so the address, West Green Boulevard, Katy, Texas. So let's go next. These are part of the features that a 6-story office complex comes with. Here you can see quite a number of infrastructures and features. Let's go next. So if you want to invest in that, you can see the project budget is $5 million, and you can also be a part of this as well. Next. So here is the aerial view, the 3D view for Jasper Golf Estate, Brookshire, Texas. So this gives a little description of what the estate is all about. So it's a 99-acre parcel of land in Brookshire, Texas. And this green service community allows land buyers to buy their dream homes or invest in eco-friendly real estate. It's designed to be a smart and green neighborhood. Brookshire blends nature with technology for a sustainable future. So you can see the beautiful design right from the picture we have here. Next one. So these are part of the features of the Brookshire project. Next. So you can invest in Brookshire today. Next. This is another project in Sidwell, Texas. So here we have 28 luxury residential units located in Tidwell. And this project offers contemporary design and urban convenience, ideal for families, professionals, and investors alike. With proximity to local amenities and downtown Houston, Tidwell is your perfect urban escape. You can see the picture of what we have there in Tidwell, Texas. It's really, really a great one. Next, so we can always access the marketing materials from that link that was given. So these are part of the features as well. Next. Next. So this is another project in Claudine, Richmond. So here we have 89 units developments, and the units are available starting from $375K for 3 bedrooms. The minimum deposit here is 30% payable over 6 months and 70% balance payable over mortgage for 30 years. Yes, sir.
This image is for the other ones.
All right. Thank you so much for that, sir. It will be corrected. Okay, next. So these are the key features of the Claudine projects. Let's go to the next one. Yes, next. So for those of us who are looking out for investment opportunities, you have clients or prospects who want to buy or who don't want to buy land directly or buy a housing unit directly. All they want is something they can invest in that can give them a sort of passive income. So what they do is they choose investment, and period of time, they get the profits. So basically, some persons may ask, how do we make our profit, generate our profits organization? And how do we have the funds even to pay back our investors? Some investors might ask you. So what we do is, as we develop our estates, currently in Nigeria, we are going to see some of those estates shortly. In Nigeria, we have about 30 estates in about 8 different states. So as we buy those lands, we develop them, we fence them, we put in gates out, we put in infrastructures there, and then we resell. So as we make profits, that's one of the means of generating our income as a company. In Dubai, we also have over 150 properties that we manage currently on both residential and commercial purpose. So those properties, as we manage them, they are another source of even generating income. In the US also, currently we have about 5 projects there. As we also develop those projects, we resell them, the lands, we develop the housing project there as well, another source of generating income. And then for those who partner as investors, this is one way we just, tell them, thank you for believing in us. Thank you for believing in our dream, in our vision. Thank you for choosing to partner with us. And we now do what is called profit sharing. So they have a certain percent that they get at the end of a certain duration. So in the case of this US investment, for those who want to invest in dollars, they can choose any of these investment plans. And the ROI, like we can see here, the ROI is paid 18 months after investing or at the end of the tenure. ROI is the return on investment. Then the tenure for the capital, that's the principal that is used to invest, is withdrawable after this duration of time, which is 3 to 6 years. So for instance, someone goes for $50K, the percentage you get as the ROI after 18 months is 15%. So I want everyone in the room to be able to explain this in detail in your interface with any prospect or any investor. That's why we're taking our time to break down the analysis of this investment. So next. So this is the Naira version of our investments. For those who want to invest in Naira and also get their ROI paid in Naira, currently you can start from 5 million up to 100 million. You can see before we had 1 million package, 2 million package, but they are sold out completely. So an investor that goes for 5 million in 1 year, you get 16%. An investor that goes for 20 million in 1 year, you get 20%. An investor that goes for 100 million in 1 year, you get 24%. So the higher the capital you use to invest, the higher the returns. So for this, you can earn your ROI yearly on a yearly basis. And you can also decide to leave it till the end of the duration tenure. In this case, the capital is withdrawable in 3 years or 5 years. So we have both 3 years plan and we have 5-year plan available. All right, next. Next slide. Okay, while we're waiting for the IT to fix that, I would like to ask, can someone just explain what this Gtext table is all about? What the Gtext investment is all about? Anyone? I could see a lot of us nodding our heads like, yeah, I get it, I get it. You want to try? Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
The previous investment table, we just looked at, it's like an investment arm for people that want to invest in properties, people who don't necessarily have to buy properties, but who have idle funds that they could put for investment purposes with the aim of getting a return on their investment per period of time. Some people 12 months, 18 months, 2 years, starting from 5 years.
Thank you. Please, a round of applause for her. That was really, really good. So I like the fact that everyone is really getting along. All right, so this is for our Dubai project. Here we can see some of the amazing views of the Burj Khalifa. Next. So this project is called Base 102. Next. So the previous slide, please take it back. The previous slide talks about the payment plan, 1% monthly, 70% till handover, 30% post handover, which is you can do for as much as 30 months. Next. So these are the pricing details for the Base 102 projects. We have different types of designs there. We have the studio, flex studio, residential, 2-bed, type A, type B, up to the penthouse. There you can see the average prices as well, and the details as well. Next. All right, so now we are on Gtext Homes Nigeria. These are some of our Nigerian projects. Some persons might ask you, this company you are telling me about, do they have projects that they have developed? So the good news is the answer to that is yes. You can see here, these are some of our projects. This one is called Jasper Gardenia in Ibejileki. Currently, as I speak to you, these projects, you can see the building right here. People currently live there, right on site. Currently, we have some of the units there that are already put.
So let's make this practical.
All right.
Can you rate this man 1 to 10? Oh yeah, who wants to rate him 1 to 10? His performance so far. In giving, because it's the same way it's teaching you how to market it that you market it also. So you're rating 1 to 10. Be honest. I mean, you give him 7. Who else?
6.
6. Who else?
5.
5. Who else?
8.
8. I think. Who else? 7. Okay. Who else? Okay. The person who gave the lowest, 5. Who gave 5? 5. You 5. Yeah, come and market it. Are you ready? You want to try? Because for you to give him 5, obviously you can do better. I will argue that I think the presentation isn't the way it should have done it. I think when you are having conversations like this, you need to market it like these are your customers, right? And not, you know, because it's the same energy they get from you, they pass on to others. Number 2, there was a reason why I said pick a product per day, right? Gtext has over 50 projects to sell. If you want to go that route, you will bore people. Do you see my point now? So if you had picked just one project US, one project Nigeria, one project Dubai, one project, in 30 minutes, you have so much energy to communicate it. I hope everybody's learning now. That's why when you are selling to a customer, don't go and say, we have this, we have this. No, ask them questions. When I'm with a customer, it's questions. So where is your interest? You know, oh, it says Nigeria. Oh, Nigeria. Okay, beautiful. Are you looking at investment or something you want to live in? Are we together now? Oh, investor, me, I don't come to live in Nigeria. Ah, this is your Nigeria that is Yagajaga. Okay, investment, fantastic. Why am I asking all this? Whether it's investment or wants to live in it? If it's investment, I can sell in Bejileki. Am I making sense to talk? Because that is where you can get even higher returns than even Naija. Some of the rent in Bejileki now, most people don't know this, by the way. Many of you don't know. I say you are doing real estate. Are you aware right now the price for rent in Bejileki is at par with like areas like Chevron, rental income? Am I making sense at all? But those who want to live there are those who are working in Dangote refinery, all of that, right? A normal person who doesn't have business with the seaport, with the trade fair, all of those things, will not necessarily want to live in Ibejuleki. So I want to know, is it buying something he will leave, or is he buying something, right, for investment? You see why it's important, because a lot of us are doing what he's doing. You're just bombarding. You make a headway. Once he has mentioned, oh, it's for investment, I'll say, what's your budget? Right? The easy pushback you hear anytime you mention what's your budget is what? Who can guess? No budget. Eh?
Open budget.
Open budget. Eh?
Budget. They never have budget. Don't tell you, right?
You know, and I have an answer to that. My answer is very simple. Ama, when I went to real estate school, they told me that anybody without a budget is not serious.
That's seriously.
Yeah.
Tell it.
Yes, yes. So like seriously.
Not like you're insulting people.
Yeah, if you see it as insult, you should not be angry. Huh? If you see it as insult, you shouldn't be angry, but there's no point wasting my time with somebody who is not ready. Am I making sense at all? There's no point wasting your time with somebody who is not what? Ready, because many of you, that's why you are not selling. You are constantly talking to people who are interested, but they are not ready. And then you think it's witches from your village. Be straightforward with them. What is your budget? Now, I then add this so that I give them soft land. I say, even if you don't have a specific, can you give me a range? But I always tell them that when I went to real estate school, what they told me is that somebody without budget is not ready to buy. I can say it's not, I can remove it's not serious. Right? It's not ready to buy. If you are not giving me a specific amount, can you give me a range? Once I mention range, they always give range. So the person will say, okay, something between, here what I've always seen most times. Most times, the range is lower than the expectation. How many of you have noticed that?
Yes.
If you finally can push them, as there is something between 30 to 50 million. You see what I'm saying now? And you had already said Lekki. How can I get 30 to 50 million in Lekki? And he said he wants 4-bedroom. Even in Bejileki, our Bejileki 4-bedroom with a big queue is over 100 million. You see where we are missing it now. And that's why you are now forced to be pricing low. And how many of you are, you say, my client needs urgent property now. Lekki, 40 million. Those who really know are laughing at you. Your hair is not correct. 40 million for 4-bedroom with a big queue. How? How now? But you are forced to push because the client, that's what the client gave you. But you are supposed to be the professional. Mind you, you're supposed to be the expert, not the customer. The customer only had money, but the customer is not the expert. You are the expert. And if you can't be the expert, why are you selling to me? Why am I talking to you in the first place? You are not a professional. You are not good at your job. Why are we talking? Waste my time. Right? So are we learning here?
Yes.
So go straight and say, hey, what's your budget? Once they give you a lower budget, are we together? Don't even address the budget yet. The next question is that, is this something for the future or you are ready to pay immediately? These are important. I hope you are right. All of you are looking at me as if you remember. When it's time with the customer now, you go back to the old script that has not worked. Write it down. If possible, you have this question beside you when you are making your calls. This is a challenge. This is not, by the way, we have come for a challenge. We've not come for play. Right? And if you are not ready, don't come for this challenge. Don't be part of it. I'm willing to dedicate my time to serious people this year. Serious people. Not people who just want to come and play around. No, serious people. And we're doing the same meeting, but it's going to be very early. The time is 8 a.m. 8:05. You are late, I'm chasing you out. You cannot enter my room. You can't. The fact that I've decided to make these things free, it's $5,000 I charge. I still did a version of it in December in the US. People paid me in dollars, and they came. We are now making it free. You walk in so late. Some people will still come. This place will still be full. You watch out. Some will come 2 hours after. It's not fair. It costs us millions to pay for food, pay for hall, for you to come here. You are late. And it shows some respect. On Saturday, this coming Saturday, I'm hosting another set of people, but that one is strictly 50 people. But you must have either sold between now and Saturday, or you have brought in over 1,000 people to join the challenge. Right? It's going to be in a hotel. Breakfast, you and I. Right? Buffet, we enjoy with pork. Right? I'm committed to turn you into a billionaire in sales this year. But you have to be serious about your life. You have to be serious about your life. I've learned over the time, stop investing in people who are not ready to invest in themselves. Somebody came all the way from Asaba. This man is in here, in white. Asaba. You are in Lagos. And he was one of the first persons to be here. You are in Lagos. You are coming late. You're from Asaba. Right? So let's take things serious. And it's because you have not taken yourself serious, the reason why customer is not taking you serious. How many of you watched the training in Abuja yesterday? You know, you did 2 people, 3 people. Come on. You can do better than that. Are you hungry at all? Are you? Should have consumed all these videos. A new year. Any material, any training I can grab. Right? You have to be hungry. You have to be hungry. And when customer knows you are not serious about your own self, they won't take it serious too. There's a way I carry myself. Sir, you have to respect me. You have to. I take myself seriously. And I'll give you a practical example. Yesterday, on my way back, I booked a flight, myself and Dr. Cosmos. He went through another airline, right? And apparently, President Obasanjo also came to Abuja for another event. And his people reach out to me and say, we noticed you did a book launch. Baba is going, there's a seat for you in his private jet for you to go with Baba. Right? If some of you will be jumping at it, I had to think it twice. Right? I took my time to think it. Do I really want to enter that jet? Okay? If I were to enter that jet, what would be the conversation with Baba? Because that's the mistake. All of you wish, I might have known Baba for years. All of you always wish opportunity. I've met people who have, like, say, I want to meet you. You meet, and I'm saying, okay, how can I help you? They go blank. He talks. And you're supposed to think it. It's not something just, hey, okay, Dr. Stephen wants to have dinner with you. Hey, what if I now have opportunity to meet him one-on-one? What will I say to him that will make him pick interest? Luckily for me, a copy of the book that we authored with Dr. Cosmos, I had it in the bag. I took 2 of it. And then I went, you know, Baba, he greeted me, we entered the plane. I was sitting beside him. Obaton, you now keep quiet all through the conversation. You see the point, huh? But I was prepared. I gave him a copy of the book. I said, this is a book me and Dr. Cosmos just authored. I said, really? Can I shock you? He read that book from when we departed to when we landed. In fact, he was the one that said, can I keep this copy? I said, yes, sir, Baba, it's your own. It's not just about, are we together now? Take yourself serious so that people can take you serious too. Oh, am I making sense? Take yourself serious. We ended that conversation with Baba people. Say, we have a real estate project. Will you come and tour our real estate site? You know, I was saying, yeah, you know, we have this project, interchange. I said, okay, I will come. Because I took myself serious. Am I making sense at all? Now, Obasanjo is inviting me to take me to tour his real estate project. Because I took myself serious. Take yourself, tap your neighbor, say, neighbor, take yourself serious. This is, he said, yes, take yourself serious. Take yourself serious. And take yourself serious. Because it's the way you are serious with things that your customer will carry you like that. So this one is a serious person. Can't waste his time. So you want to go and say, are you ready now? Or you are making inquiry for what? A later time. That's a question number. No, it can't be number 2 now. That's question number 4. Hey, take yourself serious. Is that what we said? If you can't write it down, take number. And turn this to a manual for yourself. So what I will say here. So what is, are you ready to pay now or later? Are we learning at all?
Yes, sir.
Now, another question you can choose to ask, this is very important, right? This is very important. Have you learned about the Gtext group before now, such that you have heard enough to make a decision? Or you need me to explain who we are to you? And it's very important to ask this question. Some of you will think this question is not important, but sometimes it's the most important question. How many of you have been in a situation, I don't know that you have been there, where you want to buy something, I don't know, it could be a shirt, it could be something, and you've heard about that thing. In fact, you budgeted for it, only to get there and the person is trying to market you. Something you already made up your mind. You knew exactly, you even know the color. Who knows what I'm talking about? And then the person is not trying to overmarket you to a point you want to say, hey, no, don't waste your time. I know about this. I took my time. I'm not making sense. And some of them are now not doing a good job to a point where you're almost discouraged from doing it. Who knows what, except that you have already made up your mind. So don't be in that position, because many times when people are saying, I want to buy land, some of them have done their research. So if you are not careful, it's just one mistake that you use to what? To spoil that deal. Now, not that they will virtually not buy, but not through you. We were having a meeting at our office last week. We discovered a client did business with us. Guess how many people we spoke to? 3 staff. In fact, some say 4. 1 client. So the question is, who is the real marketer? In the same company, and he knew they all work in the same company, including my wife. You see how human beings can be funny, right? And he never told any one of them that he was talking to them, to the others. You see where I'm going with this conversation now? Which is why it's important to say, have you heard enough? Have you heard, do you get the point? So that you won't even, and some of them, it may be something you say, they will just, how many of you have heard ghosting? Have you had ghosting? Who has experienced ghosting? This is what caused ghosting. No? He will just not talk to you again. It may be that what you are saying is contrary to somebody else that he has contacted about that same thing, and he has just decided to judge you. So you want to say, am I making sense at all? Have you heard enough about our company, particular Gtext Homes? Are you in touch with any other staff or somebody in the organization? Or you want me to start a whole new conversation with you about the organization? Are we learning here? Yes. And this just shorten the journey. Or is there a specific thing that once I can answer that, you're good to go? So we don't do like Isaac is doing, where we are going all manner of product. There are some of you here, there's a specific type of product you wanted to sell. True of us, raise your hand if you are like that. You see, Isaac, are you hearing? See your hand say, specific number. So once he's now taking you through, right? You see why you treat even your partners like they are a customer. Because some already have made up their mind. I'm only selling island. Some is only house I want to sell. Some is only land. Some is only America, even though they don't know how to sell America. And they will not be able to sell America, but they've made up their mind, only the American product. So you have to understand that. Are we learning? Having asked all these questions, you can add more, so you can create more questions of your own. The next thing is to now start your consulting work. Everybody say consulting work, right? Again, I repeat, you are not an agent, you are a consultant, you're a professional. I'll give you an example. We told the name of the person, it's a top bishop in this country. And so we met at a pastor's meeting, and he was saying, Dr. Stephen, you know what I want to do? I want to buy property in the UK, right? So I want to buy land, then I'll do multi-family. I'm even thinking maybe when he was done, I realized he was using Nigerian mind to think of real estate in the UK. I then said to him, I said, sir, to be honest with you, number one, permit in the UK can take 4 years. So UK is not like Nigeria. I said, what I would advise we do, we can buy an commercial property in a place where they're already giving approval for 10-story, 20-story in the UK, right? And we cannot buy maybe something that is 3-story. We already know that we'll still go 10-story, but we'll renovate it, the 3-story, while we put in for the permits. Am I making sense at all? And then we start getting rental income while waiting for the permits to come out. And as soon as the permits come out, we take a bridging loan, okay? And then we'll be able to now build our 10-story. And by the time we deduct our loan and all of that, you will make no less than at least £6 million. Please. Do you see that? As a consultant, that's not an agent. But many of us are not playing the role of consultant. What do you want? Say 4 million. We'll look for it. Anything possible. No. That's how I consultant talk. I want it in the UK, we'll do it. And then I will just say, yes, we'll look. And you'll not be looking for what is not there. Right? So be a consultant, be a professional. So that when the person even see the way you are breaking things down, say, this guy knows what he's talking about. This lady knows what she's talking about. Are we learning at all? Yes. Are we sure? Yes. So you now want to start your consulting job. And the first thing is to start with the budget. I say, by the way, thank you for giving me your budget. But to be honest with you, this budget will not work for Lekki. There are other areas we can get you, this budget to work for, right? But even in those other areas, you need to top it up, right? Because the least pricing we can find, and those are because some of them, maybe they built their houses long ago, and so when the cost of construction was low, maybe if you have like 80 million, I can still get you that 4-bedroom. Am I making sense at all? But it's definitely not where you are looking at, right? We can get in areas like Isheri, right? Border town between Oyo State and Lagos State. Am I making sense at all? I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying something like this as a system. I'm just giving it. So you then take time to break it down for him. Then you will have also come up with an alternative solution to say, if you don't want to go for that, I will advise you can invest with Gvest. It's an investment program where you get about over 20% return annually in the Naira scheme. By the way, we have for Naira, we have for dollar. The Naira gives you higher return. The dollar gives you lower returns. Does that make sense? Yeah? What do you mean by low? What's low there? And what will be high? What's your definition of high? Right, just feel free.
Fintech banks, okay,
Here in Nigeria, they give like 17, some 20. And then some other real estates, and then like a big 37.
For how much? For how much?
And least.
I wish them all the best. I wish them all the best. Okay? So I have addressed this question the last time we met. Please, you are a professional, right? You are not for the highest bidder. Peace of mind is what you are going for. How many fintech ran away? We even heard of one, the couple, husband and wife disappeared. And they got Panama visa, which one? Which of these sent kids out? Right? So you're a professional and you want to look at what will work in the long run. 70% is reasonable. We give more than that. We give more than 70%. Yes, way more than that. It depends on how much you're investing, but we don't give 17% for 1 million. No, I think 60. 1 million is how much? 1 million is how much? Gvest, 1 million is what commission? Eh? Is that what is there? Let me see. It's been reviewed upward though. So this must be old. For 1 million. No, now you see 16% now. Those ones are sold out, right? So you are saying 16% if you're doing 5 million, right? And if you're doing 20 million, you have 20%, you have 22%, you have one house, please. Do you want to take the lecture? I'm the one speaking now, and I'm addressing now. 26%. So we give as high as 26%, but we don't give 36%. I have a real estate company now that I am literally begging the customer. She had invested with them. This is the 3rd year. Capital she has not gotten, return she's not gotten. So this thing is not about, and it's a big real estate company. I see all over with big boss everywhere. So when your customer enter the one chance, how will you defend yourself? Is at that point now saying, you know, and that's what the problem with Nigeria. We all now play victim for something we could have avoided. Two of us. Even those of us who are doing this, it's been very tough for us to keep to this. Tough. Because high inflation, you know, everything has just turned 360 degrees in the last 3 years in this country. It's been tough for real estate. They may not tell you because, I mean, it's a big industry, everybody's packaging and all of that, but it's been very tough, even for the best companies. Okay, because by the time you remove commission, and commission is, you can't change that one. Remove commission, remove this, pay that. Everybody is forced to think of how they increase staff salary. Everything is just, and the customer isn't willing to pay more. You know what I'm talking about? So you know your profit margin is being eaten up. All through last year, we couldn't increase price of our estate, and it messed us up. Because we're scared if we increase, who we buy? The economy is tough, right? And it really affected our business last year. So it's a tough season. Are we together now? And your job, your primary role as a realtor should be what? Who can tell me? Primary aim. Anyone? Anyone?
Make sales.
Make sales? No. Anyone else? Client satisfaction is relative. Because today they're happy, tomorrow they say you are the devil. Come on, someone give me. What should be your highest goal?
Product coverage.
Product knowledge, no. Maintain a relationship is near it, but that's not what I'm looking for. No.
Network.
Make sure your customer does not lose money. Make sure your customer does not lose money. That they ultimately make money. That should be your ultimate goal. That even if something goes so bad, worst case, they will get their money back. Am I making sense at all? But in best case, they what? They make money. That should be your goal. Because that is ultimately what will make me keep coming back to you. Are we together now? Because someone will say customer satisfaction. It's relative now. Today, the customer say, I'm happy you got me a cheap land. 3 years later, he's chasing with police. So didn't you really achieve customer satisfaction? You achieve a temporary one. No be so, but it didn't last. So what will make your relationship with your customer last is that I help the customer to what? To make money. I make sure I save them money and they made money. Those should be your real desire. Are we learning at all? That should be your real desire. Not just, I want to sell, I want to make commission, I want to do something, temporary happiness that is not long-term happiness. Okay, so back to our conversation, you then want to recommend other options, right? Okay, you can invest, you get this number of returns. Now, if you tell them about investment, many of them will start telling you, considering inflation, one house please, considering inflation, this return is low. Then you ask them the same question. If you still leave your money in the bank, what's happening to your money? Inflation is eating up your money, right? Alternatively, you give it to those who promise you higher returns and you lose both returns and the capital. So again, can we be honest? And can we look for something that is what? It may not be too much, but guaranteed. These people have good name, and that's why I'm recommending them, right? And they've been consistent. Can we do that? Instead of just, looking for something, big name and all. Are we learning at all? Yes. Go and ask those who have been doing investment. They've been losing money now, right? And it's been difficult to really even put too much price because everybody knows what's going on with the country. So if you invested somewhere and they are not able to pay, you also know that, to be fair, right, it's been a very tough season. I hope Isaac good, and that's the way we want to go every day. And you need an explainer video with AI voice, breaking down each product, and you are pushing it as well as an explainer video with an AI voice, handling the objections. You need to know that not everybody may attend the live classes, but those short video, right, and you put in a link where they can go and download it, is what really will work. Do you all agree? Because at some point, the customer just asks for a particular product, is when most of us will have to go and search for it, right? And then listen to it and then reach out back to them, right? And probably even send them the video. So we must be able to break the products down in such a way. These live classes is not the best way to really achieve all we can in terms of learning about the product. But we can pick it, like I said, one product per location per day. So we know that max, we have 6 products to 8 products to discuss. And then we have also dropped the material of that product, everything about the product, and they can go read further. Make sense? Yes. Okay, good. So the next conversation is what? We just finished number 5. Number 6 is that you are now a consultant and you are giving them alternative option, right? We said you can change the location for them where they can afford such, or recommend another product, within that, their budget. It makes sense. Now, mind you, please hear this. In the case where, as at the time you're having this conversation with them, you don't even have a product, tell them, Mark, can you give me 24 hours, right, to go and look for something that works within your budget and come back to you, right? Then you go back and do what they were talking about, product knowledge. Go and study. Don't just come and then they are saying you don't know jack. Study. This is our job required. We study. We must know what we are selling. We must know why we are selling it. We must know the opportunities. We must know, because the reason why we are all having a messed up society like Nigeria is because many of us are just after money, and we don't know there's more to money. How many of you agree with me that part of what I enjoy in Nigeria of today is that I have a good name? How many of you know that? Is that, yes, I have money. Yeah, that's there. But there are people who have more money than I do, who don't have the level of respect that I get. Come on, talk to me, two of us. Right? If a former president is returning and his people are reaching out to me to say, come and fly with us. Right? That is not just about money, guys. Because if it's about money, they would have preferred them flying in your own jets. No, be so. Oh, talk to me now. Are we together now? It will be a question of let's fly in your own jet. But for us to be proud to have you fly in our jets, that means we are proud of you. We are glad to associate with you, which is part of why, oh, please come take a tour of our estate. We learn in here, and that's what we want to earn in this. How many of you desire such life? That I have money, but I also have a good name, which comes from integrity. And high net worth people will be identifying. Doctor, we're launching the book. The Lagos version of the launch is by 4. I'll be giving 20 of you opportunity to be part of that. Remind me later to tell you what's the condition, right? For Dr. Cosmos to agree, give me a copy of the book, to write a book with me, right? It speaks to, we can stamp our brand beside what this guy is doing. I will learn it here. And I want you as a realtor to be like that. That I would be proud to say, when people are saying, do you know this person? I'll say, yeah, it's one of our best. Straight up integrity makes good money. Does that make sense? How many of you want that? Right? That's what we should strive to. How many of you will strive for such a life? Please, because it's not easy. Doing business in Nigeria, so I have 2 books. I'm launching this with you guys today, this morning, called Becoming a Billionaire Realtor. Love you need to get this. Okay? And then this is the one I just authored with Dr. Cosmo. It's called Scaling Your Business with Integrity. Right? So we're launching this 4 p.m. We're having a dinner with Dr. Cosmos. You have opportunity to meet him, take pictures, eat and have a great time. But I'm only giving 20 people slots. Remind me to tell you what is the criteria, okay? May you be one of them, okay? But I realize that it's high time we also desire integrity. I hope you know integrity is not what people say. I hope you know. Integrity is what happens closed door, when nobody's watching. Integrity is you doing the right thing even when nobody will detect. Yeah. That's integrity. Because some of us think integrity is you have a brand, everybody say you have integrity. Yeah. Some of it is marketing. You can market yourself to look as if now you be saint, and you are not a saint. Okay? So integrity is very personal. It's very, very personal. And I want all of us to strive to be that, because it is possible. And we'll both share our stories with you guys. We've been through hell. It's not been easy. And it's still not easy even as I speak to you. But one have to keep reminding his or herself to say, we have to do it the right way. Right? It's not about how far, it's about how well. Are we together now? It's not about what? It's about how well. We have to do it the right way. We have to leave an example. We have to follow the rep. I see people do it even in our company, looking for ways to cut corners, even in an organization, right? But we can do it better. So back to the training, I've mentioned, what was the last thing I mentioned in discussing your customer? No, now, refer them to another product. Right, so first thing is to refer them to another location, right, that may fit their budget, right? The next is to refer them to another what? Products, okay, that may meet their budget, and you are explaining to them to say, if you start doing this kind of investment, later you can even add more money to it, right? And add up. And that, by the way, Gtext does that. You can start with our investment. Let's say you put in for 40 million our investment, and then later you're able to now get, let's assume the product is 80 million. You're able to get extra 40 million and say, hey, can you move the 40 million in my GVest, put it towards I'm adding 40 million, put it towards the housing. We do that as well. So those are the kind of conversation you can have with them and say, why not tie so you don't spend it, right? And as soon as you get more, you add to it, and then you get the property. Are we learning?
Yes.
Are we sure we're learning?
Yes.
So these are the ways you want to go about approaching. The next question is, what if the customer now say, I'm not interested, I have somebody else who has offered me something cheaper. What should you say? Can anybody guess? Say, I'm not interested. Somebody who offered me 40 million, say you don't get it. Somebody just showed me 30 million. And the person will even send you flyer. And then your mind say, hey, 3-point-something million commission, don't go. You know, who knows lies wasabi? Do you notice he does that a lot? Right? He's calculated what he will do with, as a lawyer, with what he's about to get from the customer, and always run into trouble. Yes, who wants to guess? How do you then answer that? We're adding objections now. And by the way, we'll do a practical session very soon. So get ready, I'll call you randomly. Okay? So you all have brochures in front of you. I want you in your mind, select a product you soon come and market to me. But I can bring more brochures. They said they need brochure. Get everybody. I thought I told you to print more. Did you print more? Right, so let's everybody get brochure. So be thinking of a product you come and market. I'll call you. This is a challenge, like I said. It's practical. It's not theory. We do theory, then we'll practice it. So anybody wants to guess? The customer say, I have somebody's giving me something cheaper. What's the answer to that? Anyone? Anybody now? Yes. Who has the mic? Somebody should have the mic and move around with the mic, please. Isaac, oh yeah, come and take the mic and move around. Yes. By the way, those of you joining us online, welcome, welcome. I hope we got a larger number of the people in the challenge joining us online. Right?
Yes.
Good, yes.
I'll just tell the customer that, well, I may not have, the ability to, tell you how to spend your money, but I will show you what it's see. I'm telling you because I know that I'm going to give you what's you. So this place is guaranteed for you to invest. Even I'm telling you that there will be no problem with your money. It might be pricey, but price of my problem. And I will not say more than that.
Well, let's clap for her. I think that's a very good way to approach it, even though I feel she over-marketed. Who noticed, like, it kind of looked like she was overflogging it, but she has the right approach. Yes.
So for me, I'll just question and say sometimes or most times cheap can be expensive, and me, I'm being value, I'm really value for it, but then I don't want to take this money. So the best thing is for you to move with what you know will work best for your money, because you buy the property of 30 million and in the long run you're losing it, or you can't even account for it. It's still going to be 2,000. But looking at what you're buying, maybe 100 million or 80 million, I really am buying peace of mind. So I think it's for you to answer.
Okay, clap for him again. So both of them, like I said, are very right, but let them make it shorter. Because if it's too long, it just looks as if you don't want me to go and buy from somebody else, because it sounds like you're marketing. And sometimes you can go this approach by asking logical questions. For example, you say, ma, did they tell you why it's cheap? Right? Did they tell you why it is cheap? Because if something is cheap, when the cost of, construction has gone high, there has to be a reason for it. And if they can't give you any legit reason for it, this might be a scam at the end of the day, right? I won't say you shouldn't buy from them. It's your money, feel free, but please make sure you figure out why they are selling it that low. Does that make sense at all? That's one of the approach you want to go about it. Another approach, particularly for like company like Gtext, is the fact that Gtext, we don't even argue that we're not expensive. We even pride in that we're expensive. Our own argument is simple. Don't compare Toyota with Rolls-Royce, right? We are the Rolls-Royce of real estate. So we're not even, have you ever gone to negotiate Rolls-Royce? Who has done that? When you've entered, anybody has entered a Rolls-Royce showroom, they don't lie, but if you have entered, let me see. Okay. You've entered. Were you not scared to negotiate? I don't know how you understand. If you have ever gone to buy Rolls-Royce, you will see that the ambience is scary. Yeah. To even say, is there no discount? You will tell yourself, nobody will tell you. You will tell yourself that this one, they know the price am. Are we learning at all? And so for us at Gtext, we are the Rolls. How many of you have seen a billboard and you saw a Rolls-Royce there? Who has seen a billboard? Okay, it's all over Lagos and Abuja, so try and look for it. If you see any billboard with a Rolls-Royce, it's us. Okay, and we have it, and we are intentionally going to be running a Rolls-Royce campaign all through this year because we just want to let people know, so don't even compare, because we are not mates, right? Okay, and if you tell us why, we don't even owe you an explanation. Have you ever asked why Rolls-Royce is expensive? Have you ever asked? Say, why is Rolls-Royce more expensive than BMW? Rolls-Royce, come and tell us why you choose to be more expensive. Have you ever? Because they will even tell you we're selling an art. You don't understand. We're not selling a car. It's an art. It's intangible. The thing we are selling, you can't touch it. It's all. I thought, go and watch my video on selling luxury, please, everyone. It's on YouTube, right? I did this last year on selling luxury, how to sell luxury. You see, too much explanation means you are not selling luxury. That's how you even know, right? When you say 15 minutes from Lagos State University, 30 minutes from Eleko Junction, 25 minutes from, you are not selling luxury. All right? Luxury is one word, and the word doesn't even make sense. Who knows what I'm talking about? It's one word, and the word doesn't always make sense, but it's exciting, right? And that's luxury. I am me. Don't need to explain me. And I say this oftentimes, you know, a few times I've had situations where people bring, and say somebody is accusing you of this on social media, and you need to defend yourself. And I say, I don't understand. Defend myself, how? If you know me, you know I'm not what they said. So I don't know whether you can. If you know me, you know. Those who know me know what I stand for, right? And my values are important to me. Do you get what I'm talking about now? So why do I even need to go and be defending? The process of beginning to even defend makes me look like there must be something fishy, right? It's your opinion, you're entitled to it, but those who know what I stand for, know I cannot do what that person said. It's as simple as that. The only thing you may hear is that my lawyer has gone after them. Yes, that I will do. Am I making sense at all? I mean, a guy has been locked up before. We've had many people, the lawyers, they took them to court and charged them. Yeah, we'll do that. But for me to now come comparing notes with one silly guy that is just tweeting, I don't know if you know that, that doesn't even make sense. It's like Rolls-Royce coming to explain why they are more expensive than Toyota. Is it not an insult? Come on, talk to me. Is it not an insult? Let's explain to you. You see, when you look at our leather chair, right? It's made of bull skin. By the way, Rolls-Royce chair, the leather is made of bull skin, right? So imagine that I'm not saying our leather is made of bull skin. Toyota leather is made of synthetic. Have they not rubbish themselves? It is true, they are made of bull skin, so you can't compare. But to even be explaining itself, right, it means you've brought yourself to the level of Toyota. Am I making sense at all? How many of you have studied the Pepsi war? So number one assignment in this class, go and study Pepsi and Coca-Cola war. Pepsi and Coca-Cola war. And when you study Pepsi and Coca-Cola war, you will notice that the day Pepsi gained ground was the day Coca-Cola chose to reply Pepsi. Right? To also now begin to say, because you just now acknowledge them. And that's all we are looking for. Right? I've had situations where people try to taunt me to fight. I'll be like, I'm not that gullible. Right? I can't fight at your pace. You can't force me to fight. I choose when I fight and how I fight, where I fight. So you can't call me out now. I don't fall for those bait. You call me out now. Then they say, well, let's do press conference. I want to say to that young man, no. No. Even if I will fight, it may be 1 year later. You have forgotten. And I've budgeted for the war. Then we go. Right? While you are relaxed and you spend all your energy. So you must learn that about life and strategy. And they're important for marketing as well. Because you'll be wondering, how does this relate to marketing? So when you're talking to customer like that, one of the ways, I'll give you an example. I've had a customer reach out to me and say, we want to invest, just like this woman was saying. And said she wanted to invest 40 million with us, but that our return is too low, that she wanted 40%. I said, first of all, we are not a Ponzi scheme. Did you hear that? Straight up, I've given her the word. We are not a what? Ponzi scheme. How do you know a Ponzi scheme? It's the returns, though. I hope you know. Once they are promising you returns that are not realistic, they're a Ponzi scheme. Okay? Now, I haven't said that to her. She said, but there are other people willing to give me that price. I said, why? Ma, why not go with them? I'm sure by the time you are done losing your money with them, you'll come back to us who always keep to our words. She left. Hear this, because this will encourage many of you who are too desperate. And please don't touch your phone when you are with me. Can see some of you, okay? Bros, are you in this class? And you're looking at your phone and you're even backing me. Chai. So when you're with my class, no touching of phones, right? Look here, very important. So the woman left. 1 day later, she came back and said, okay, if you are going to, because I think then maybe it was 28%, I can't remember the percentage. Okay, if you're going to give me 28%, can you give me the 28% as soon as I give you the 40 million? I said, ma, did you forget yesterday I told you we are not a Ponzi scheme? So let me explain to you how investment work. If you give us this 40 million now, we're supposed to either go and use it to buy land or use it to build a house, right? When we now sell the land or the house, part of our own profits is what we are now supposed to give you. Once we take from the cash itself without doing business and we give it to you, we already funds it, man. If you do it in America, you go to jail. So already Ponzi. He said, but there's a company that, I said, again, man. You see why we decided to do billboard that we're Rolls Royce now? So let's not start this competition or comparison. Let's not do it. And some of you go into that with the clients. You now start those arguments. Don't do that. Don't do that because you are bringing yourself so low. So I then reminded her again. I said, ma, you know what? With all due respect, why not do it with them? Okay, do it with them. There's a reason you are talking to me. I told her. So there's a reason you are talking to me. You know that I stand for something. There's a reason you are talking to me. So, but you can still go and try. I mean, I said to her, I said, ma, you will not even value us more until your hands have been burnt. Yoruba has this funny adage. It said, "Bobi Yoruba dole oko meji wo, kò ní mọ̀ ètò san." If a woman has not tested 2 husbands' house, she will know which husband treated her nicely. Yeah? Are we together now? Yes. So there's no point, even with employees. I've had employees, I'm going, the way they raise their shoulder the day they were leaving. only to come back 1 year later and start being nice. I have one now, she just left. Only to get to her new place of work. And she's now appreciating who she had worked for. She used to work for my wife. From the MD of the bank. In fact, she's shocked because she joined the bank newly, and all of them are calling her to her office. You know, Dr. Stephen. You know that our MD has been looking for him. Can you help us fix a meeting with him? That's the person who left us. You see why they say if you have not tested two husbands' house, you know which one is better. Because I don't know. So I leverage the new company now is to be able to open the door for them to come and see me. You see why you should not close the door where you are coming from. Close the door. Because our promotion there is standing upon the fact that she can facilitate a meeting. Don't close the door. Some of us just behave anyhow, and we don't know we still need the person. We still need the person. Okay? Imagine, even if Baba's team were reaching out to me and Dr. Stephen, we want you to fly back with us. We know you came for a book launch. Imagine I have spoiled my relationship with Baba. So they will still need his consent now. One day. So no, you should not fly with me. No. Always treat relationship like egg. And respect it more than money. Money will finish you. Money will finish you. But you have a good name, a good character to keep speaking, even for your children. Even for your children. There's employees now that my name is opening door for them where they have gone. Right? Are we learning here? Yes. Okay, I'm going to stop here and take few questions. Have you gotten value today? Yeah. Come on, have you gotten value today? Well, some of you came late. We've done part one. I did a video. So every day I'm doing a video for you guys, every day. And today we looked at marketing. Some of you came late, you didn't get that video. So are you in a group? How many of you are in the WhatsApp group for this challenge? Okay, if you are not in the WhatsApp group, can you raise your hand for this challenge? If you are not in the WhatsApp group, please make sure before you leave here, they add you to the WhatsApp group and you get the video I've done, because I also gave assignments. We are creating a group. We have currently 6 tables and we are going to vote shortly. You appoint your head, yes, for these 30 days for your table. So God arrange those you are sitting with. So look at your neighbor on your table again. Look at them. Yeah. And if you want to vote, contest to be the president of your group, right? Also begin to consider how you pitch and convince the rest. Now hear this in case you don't know. There is so much goodies per group. Do you want to hear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The best group will win 5 million naira at the end of this challenge. Yes. 5 million naira cash. Not just that, that group will also win an award. Each member will get an award, and they will have a private dinner with me, just those group people as well, right? So now, who wants their group to win? So, okay. Now, there are a couple of assignments in the group, and by the way, good news is that on the 8th of March is when we are doing the celebration for this 30-day challenge. The person who made the ISA will get a brand new car, and we'll be presenting it on the 8th of March. I thought you were going to clap. We also have other awards, like I mentioned earlier, the Best Group Award, and, you know, they win cash, they win dinner and all of that. We also have other awards like that we're going to be giving that day. So it's going to be like a special award opportunity, and it will be a dinner, we'll have or breakfast, it will be exceptionally glorious. And so I want you to take these 30 days very seriously. We're also giving cash and award to the person who brings the highest number of people to the challenge. Our goal is to have a minimum of 10,000 people participate in the entire challenge and a maximum target of 100,000 people. So we are going to be creating a WhatsApp group. Can you give each person, can you nominate? So do we give you time to talk among yourself and select your leader? Let me give you an advice. Don't pick a leader that is not strong, right? So my advice is when I give you the time, you want to quickly, on Zoom, how many people do we have on Zoom now? Can we create a group as well on Zoom so they create their own groups as well? Okay. Yes, sir. So on Zoom, we are doing the same, by the way. So we're creating group. Now, please ask in the group, what is the leadership, whoever wants to contest, ask them what is their leadership experience, because you need a leader that will make you win. Right? We're talking of 5 million naira. We're talking about dinner with me. By the way, in April, we are doing Doha trip. So some of you might, if your leader, if you really push you well, all of you will qualify for the Doha trip. Wow. Right? All expense paid, flight tickets, hotel, everything we are paying. Right? So don't do politics here. Don't do what Nigeria has been doing. Do a leader that has clout, that has experience, right? That has capacity to push and motivate you guys. Am I making sense at all? Are we sure we got this right? Now, what do we expect to happen in each of the group? Number one, we expect each group in the next few days to grow from, some of you are 8, some of you are 9, some of you are 7. You are to grow to 1,000. So all of you need to start recruiting people to your group. Are we together now? To start recruiting people to your what? To your what? To your group. Also, by the way, whoever is the president, so that you know, we will be giving you a percentage. We are not mentioning, but a percentage of what the total group sells will be giving you as a gift. Right? So it's real work. And don't vie for it if you are not really willing to motivate the team to sell. So the first assignment is you need to grow the group to 1,000. And then once you fill the WhatsApp group, WhatsApp group can only take 1,000, right? You are now like a cell. You have to now divide into another group. So you will take permission from us. We'll create a new WhatsApp group and give you the link. And then you appoint another set of leaders for the what? The new WhatsApp. But you still remain one, but you just need somebody to coordinate that new WhatsApp group. And so ultimately your group can grow to 10,000 if you want. And we will give you reward for having the group with the highest number. I'm also giving you reward for the group with the highest sales. So those are the various awards. And we're going to have top, it's going to be a beautiful night on the 8th of March when we're rewarding these activities. It's a 30-day challenge. Who is in? Come on. Are you in? Yes. Are you in? Good. And every day we have gifts. For the person who recruited the highest number of people, there's a gift. There's also gifts, aside commission, for the person who made the highest number of sales. And we're going to be posting your picture. Everybody who makes a sale, even on my own page, we're going to be posting your picture, acknowledging your sale. And they will, yes, no problem. We'll tag you. If you want tagging, we'll tag you. And not just that, on that 8th, everybody who made a sale will be getting an award from me that you can go and use to brag. Dr. Stephen gave me this award. How many of you are excited? Yes. Can we go? Are we going? Are we ready? Yeah. This is sales, so I don't like this energy. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Okay, so let's go. So group of 10 on Zoom, whether you are employee of Gtext or not, we are creating group for everyone, right? So group of 10, while those of you here, you already are separated. So I'm giving you 5 minutes. Amongst yourself, select your leader. A Gtext staff cannot be a leader, so yeah, just know that. Jamie, we are break them down into a group of 10. For those on Zoom, how many do you have on Zoom? Just 21. So that's just 2 groups. So just break them into 2. We're creating a WhatsApp group. Don't worry, we will just add you guys to the group. So everybody put down your name and your number on WhatsApp.
Simplifies the lectures below there.
Hello, sir. How are you?
My name is Ambassador Long. I follow you through your social media platform. I got a message that I need to be here, so I thought to be an opportunity to have one of the I run financial limited. We develop. We have projects. So I'm also August. I came not as a consultant, but I came to tap into your source first. And I would have loved this to where we can have some more discussions. But so that I'll give you my card.
No problem.
If possible, I have you also can talk some because I want to actually attend other functions. So
I can give you my number.
Your Texas property, someone shared it with me, but I did a DI video on it. I actually wanted to start selling it, but I needed to be sure of the authenticity. Now that I came, I saw it. I said, okay, yeah, it's real. Okay, so which means I can work on the video and put it out there.
It's still good that you're part of this because even us, we still, in some countries, we're a brokerage firm too. Like in Dubai, we work with other developers to also sell their products, and we attend agency meetings like this, so we're acquainted and familiar with the product. Yes, this is the best way to reach people. You're welcome. No problem. Once again. 2 minutes more, 2 minutes more. Sixty seconds more. I hope you have your leader by now. Each of them will have to come and tell us what they hope to do. Sixty seconds. You should have your leader by now, because we will bring your leader up. We'll pull up your leader now to come and tell us what he hoped to achieve. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds. You didn't create the group? Eh? Oh, Zoom now. You know how Zoom will have divided them. You don't know how to divide people. Eh? No, you divide them to that room, they select their leader, then you hand them back. That's what I asked you to do now, just like you are doing here. Those of you on Zoom, they are going to divide you into a group now, and you select your leader. That's what I asked you to do. Into a 10-10 group, or just divide them to 20 or 20-something. Divide them into 2 groups. They join the group, they appoint a leader, and they move from there. Is it clear now? Good. So do it now for them. While we're listening to the winners of this, we hear their own. Okay, time's up. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. You can have further meetings. One house. Hello. Now you have to obey rule. Well done. Anybody still talking will be expelled. If you are still talking, you'll be expelled. We are done. Please, we need to respect rules. I'm a very strict person. Right, because when there's no structure, things rupture. There must be structure. We'll give you enough time. You should have your leader by now. You can continue further conversation after this, but we have to respect the instructions. Okay? So, who is the leader of group 1? Huh? Is that?
Mr. Daniel.
Mr. Daniel. We are naming you the Beryl group after one of our estate brand. Beryl group. We're naming you. Who is your leader? Peace. We're naming you Jasper group after our Jasper estate. Okay? We're naming you Garnet after our Garnet estates. Who is the leader here? What's your name? Sunday. Sunday. Yeah. Okay, who is the leader here? Eh? Kiwa. Okay, we're naming you Chalcedony group after our Chalcedony estate. Who is the leader here? Okay, you fought hard for this. It was a competition between who and who. Who and who?
No.
The one took over.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, what's your name? You better perform. This is why you took over. Eh? We're naming you White House after a White House estate. Okay, who is the leader here? What's your name? Israel. Adeniro, familiar. Okay. So we're naming you Sapphire Group after our Sapphire estate. Okay. I hope you can deliver. This is why your eye is strong. Because it looks like you're a military general. If they don't obey command, they will do time press off here. You are convinced. Congratulations. Please have your seat. Okay. So I think did they create group? Are you sure? Or you want to put them to trouble? Okay. So why is Victor angry? No, you didn't add it to a group. Add it to a group, man. Victor, you didn't add yourself to a group. Lesson 2 is you didn't join a group. Everybody should join a group. If you're a staff, you join a group. And in the group, you select a leader. Right? So nobody should be here without a group. Victor and Blessing. Jacob, Jeremiah, welcome. You need to join a group. If you can send them invites as well to join a group. Huh? Okay, can all the leaders come out? Every leader come out. You need to take, you have to take your leadership pledge. You know, come and take your oath of office. And you better perform. Victor and Blessing, you are supposed to join a group. Why are you not in a group? Oh, they are done? Why are they coming back now? We have Jeremiah, Jacob, we have Ezekiel. Everybody is supposed to join a group. Chibueke, Victor, you are supposed to join a group and vote in the group for your leader. So join a group, please. So first of all, I want to welcome you. This is the first time we're ever doing this, and I need you to know that this is a huge responsibility bestowed on you. You represent me whether you believe it or not, right? And you have to embody the values that I exemplify. You have to understand that these people trusted you and they are hoping that you will lead them to success in these 30 days. This is the first day. And my belief about leadership is that a leader is a person who takes people from here, right, to there, which is the desired destination. Now, what's the desired destination? In this case, we want to add more people to the group, right? So that we can grow from just 8 of you or 6 of you or 7 of you to what? To 10,000, to, yeah, 1,000 is the first milestone. Then you want to take it further. What's the second group? Your goal should be to take every one of your members to Doha, meaning they have qualified. What's the sales target for Doha? Does anybody know it? Gtext, any Gtext staff? Jessica, do you know the sales target for Doha? You don't know? 500 million in sales. Okay? Naira. So your goal is to help each member of the team to do 500. Please switch off your phone. You can't be receiving call here now. Please. So your goal is to help your team that every member can sell up to 500. And you would think 500 million is a big deal. It's not. It's easy. But I promise you, I'm willing to even reduce that number if I see seriousness. I'm not making sense at all. If I see, even if it's 250, 300 million, I can just still upgrade some of your members to still qualify for the Doha trip. So your goal is, and if they've sold 500 million, it means they're entitled to how much? They've made their first 50 million naira cash, and it will probably be the first time they will be doing it in their life. They will never forget you as a leader. Never. Right? I'm enjoying where I am today as a result of having led people. God has used me to really lead people. And God has used me to turn people's life around. Right? One of them is Jessica, who is our acting MD. Can come out. And so she's our overall boss for this program. Come on now. I'm just doing this on your behalf. Right? She joined us 2 years ago. This lady you are seeing, 2 years ago as an intern. Our internship was 6 months. There's no salary, but you get commission. But we'll train you on how to sell. And this lady was able to, of course, make her first sale. And then that year, she did over 200 million her first year. And she's never done real estate before. January like this, just like I'm challenging all of you, I asked her, what is your target for this year, 2024? And out of fear, and she just needed to throw a word out. She said 1.2 billion was her target, right? She ended the year with about 1.4 billion. And her regrets was that she didn't raise it higher. I don't know how you understand. Because if the target was 1.2 and she did 1.4, obviously she could have done 4 billion in sales. And she won herself a car and 2 all expense paid trips. Okay? And a promotion as well, which is why we're making her the acting MD. Because if she could do it so fast, she could mentor the rest of you. Do you agree with me? And she's able to make enough money to move and relocate her family and live a better environment today. So it's important to know how powerful that is. Now, that is real impact that I'm able to boast of as a leader. So it's easy for me to tell everybody, I say, follow me. Because there are people I can point to and say, God used me to transform their lives. And that is what your responsibility is about. It's not going to be easy. Some will be rude, some will not obey. Sometimes you have to be tough. So when I say military general, yes, at some point you have to be a military general, right? But ultimately, when they made their money, they will still thank you. Right, so the place of, hey guys, what I would do, have you post your videos? Have you pushed the flyer? You know, can I join you to close your sales? Those are the work. Because AXA, some of our boss were willing to help her jump on a call to close her sales. Don't be so, right? So it's a team effort. So you have to be willing. Are we together? That's why we're creating this group. You have to be willing to jump on a call and say, let's jump on a call so that the client knows it's not one man show, right? Let's do it together. Let's show up. And you must all be willing to work with her and Isaac and their team. Where's Isaac? Right? Come out. All of you in the G&A team, come out. Because these are people who have good experience in sales. Right, so you must be able to say, please, I have this client, he wants to do this. Can we talk to him together? Am I making sense? They are even willing to be the one to help you, even if you don't know jack about the product. Close the client. Some is a meeting, we will show up. Right? It's an appointment in an office. We are ready to go. We must hit the target. We are not joking. And there's a car to win. I hope you know that. And I hope it comes from your group. Yeah. Whose group will win the car? Right? So, brand new car. On the 8th of March, I'm presenting it at a hotel. And it better be somebody from your group. Right? It better be somebody from your group. So you can bring them back. I'm sure they are done. And let whoever is their group leaders should speak up. Right? So a brand new car we're giving out, and we will present it. There's no audio, anything. Live. Person get the key. In fact, we have a rule. If the person is willing and doesn't know how to drive, we even employ a driver for the person. Right? Yes. Like she didn't know how to drive. We had to employ a driver for her. Right? So who is interested? Come on. I thought you would root for your leader. So if you guys want to sleep, we have a refreshment for you guys. I think tea and snacks. Tea and snacks. So I would advise you, when we're done, go with your team to be eating your snacks together so that you can keep deliberating ideas and strategies. But lastly, I'll leave you with this. A leader is also a motivator. Does that make sense at all? A leader is a what? You have to motivate. You have to be inspiring. You have to be charming. So some of you like to frown your face. You must smile more, right? You have to be charming. That's part of the skill of a leader. There's, of course, the time to frown, but you can't be frowning all the time. So you have to be charming to excite your people and get them ready. And I wish you all the best, okay? Are we ready?
Yes, sir.
Can we do this?
Yes, sir.
Are we sure?
Yes.
Congratulations. I hope you win the award. 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 General, I hope you win the award.
The award.
You too, you have your group.
Yes, sir.
I hope you win the award. Okay. So, those of you on Zoom would like to know who is the leader of your group. For whatever reason, Blessing refused to join any group. I don't know why. So, but those of you on Zoom, who was the leader of your group? Why are they not back? You don't know how to return them back. So why are they still in the group? Okay, so clap for your leaders as they go have their seat. Yes, let's take a oath. Let's take a oath. We have not taken a oath. Your hand on your chest. I.
Ramsey Daniel.
Right. By the way, hold on. Who is the leader in the group on Zoom? Can you unmute yourself? Who is the leader in the group on Zoom? Can you unmute yourself? We are 2 groups on Zoom. Who is the leader? Cynthia and Jeremiah.
Yes, sir.
Are the leader in which group? Can Cynthia and Jeremiah be pull up? So group 1 is Cynthia, group 2 is Jeremiah. Is that it? I need to know what's the, can someone put in the chat box so that we know what's the answer? Jeremiah, are you the leader of the group? Unmute yourself, please.
Yes, sir.
Jeremiah says Cynthia is the leader. And then suddenly the leader's phone is down. What's going on here? That's how to lead, though. You can't be the leader. Well, while you sort it out, you know, you can mute my audio or whatever. I don't know. Why is the echo now? Who's giving us? Okay, so hand on your chest. I Stephen Akintayo,
Jeremiah Jacob,
pledge to the
pledge
Gtext and Associate Group
to the Gtext and Associate Group that I will be loyal,
in
I will
carrying
be
out my
faithful
assignment
in carrying
as
out
the
my
leader of the group.
assignment
I will
as the
not
leader of the group.
misrepresent
I will not
the Gtext holding
misrepresent
brand
the
in
Gtext
any
holding
way
brand
wrong.
in
I
any
will
way wrong.
promote
I will
good
promote
sales etiquettes
good
and
safe
help my
etiquette
team
and
to
help my
achieve
team
all
to
the
achieve
goodies that
all the
has been
goodies
promised.
that has been
So help me
promised.
God.
So help us God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you can have your seats. So I will take a few questions and then we can go have our snacks. So I'm seeing Daniel Agada. Are you the leader or that's Cynthia? Okay, congratulations, Jeremiah Jacob.
Thank you,
Congratulations,
sir.
Cynthia. I hope you'll be able to lead well. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We will also 1 house, please. You can take pictures later. Hello, 1 house, 1 house. You can take pictures later, 1 house. We will also advise Jessica, let's add the leaders to all the other groups so that they can learn good lessons from what other groups are also doing. Are we together? Also know that you cannot create another group without the permission of the organization. You can't do that, right? We expect that you know that whatever you're doing, you have to be loyal and obey the instruction of the company. You are not representing yourself, but you are representing this brand. Are we together? I hope this works, because if it then work, then we'll be able to repeat it and to change the life of many, many more people down the line. Are we together? Yes. Any question before we wrap up for the day? Yes, 20 people are supposed to qualify for the book signing with me and Dr. Cosmos. Okay, so the requirements will simply be, if you want to qualify, you need to buy a copy of this book. Of course, we'll give it to you when you come by 4 p.m. There's no African time, we don't do African time. So if you can come before 4, or you can just wait behind, that's fine. But you have to have ordered a copy. So 1 copy is 30,000. The box, there's a box for 100,000. 1 house, please. You can't be with me. Lead by example. I can't be talking and you're talking to somebody else. You are the one to tell him that chairman is talking. You can talk, right? That's how to lead. So it's 30,000. So if you are pre-ordering now, you qualify to attend the book launch, right? I hope that's fair.
Yes, sir.
Is that fair enough? Okay, yes. So I have this one as well, which is the Becoming a Billionaire Realtor. I'm going to be offering this, all the group leaders. I think you must get this. I think it's very, very important that you do. It's 30,000 as well, and you can get it. If you are getting this or any of this, I'll be willing to sign it for the two of them for you in the evening, okay? But you need to have pre-registered for it today. For the group leaders, I will start by empowering you with a few gifts that will be helpful to you. The first gift I'm going to be empowering you with. By the way you did it, do they have access to SAU? Or they don't? They don't have access to SAU. Are you sure? So give all of them access to Stephen Akintayo University. It's $247 per month. I'm willing to give all of them 3 months access. That's about $1,000, all of them. Okay. And those who are the leaders, I will be willing to probably create a separate WhatsApp group where they can ask me questions, right? So that I can be able to give them further mentorship. Do we agree to that? Right? Just the leaders,
Yes,
not
sir.
everyone. Okay? So create a separate WhatsApp group with the leaders and they can ask me questions directly. Okay. Any question, by the way, today?
Yes, sir.
Questions? Any questions? No questions? We're good? 1, 2, just those two, yes? Let's start with the ladies first, quickly. Ladies first, she's there. Just go ahead. What's your question?
There's no relation with PR, and then when you build a brand, what should be the objective? Now, I was thinking that okay, when I want to build a brand, I should build a brand as a public speaker. Now, how can I build it and relate to real estate? Because if you look at Bruce Lee, he built his brand as a public speaker, and then of course he's giving value, business investment and its value, leadership, but he built his brand as a public speaker. So is it also a part of content marketing and lifestyle marketing? Is this something different? What is it and how does it relate to promoting our brand on social media? Thank you.
Okay, so good question. So first of all, every entrepreneur must be a public speaker. What did I say? So Vusi did not build his brand as a public speaker. He built his brand as a VC, funny enough, which sounds the same as his name, right? As a venture capitalist guy, right? If you know Vusi, you know he works with startups, you know, how to access grants and things like that. That's really his business. I don't know how you get my point. It's just that as he was doing a lot of support for startups, his public speaking grew. He learned, you know, how to cut down. That became a side income, which is the same with me. Public speaking is a side income. I charge $20,000 to speak at events. You know, I charge $20,000 for one-on-one coaching. In fact, one of those who just left here, who was sitting on your table, is a developer, right? And he came here because he obviously wants mentorship, right? And so I charge people like him $20K, and they pay without thinking twice, right? Because if you do business at the level of real estate, you know that $20,000 is small money compared to the kind of headache real estate can give you. All right, without the right mentorship. There are people that EFC is chasing them up and down. This one is chasing them. Some people cannot comfortably move around today who are real estate developers. Eh? Am I making sense at all? So, and they are wondering, how is Stephen doing it? Not only does he move around, notable people in the society are proud to identify with him. He must be doing something right. Right, so you see many of them wanting to come, but I've monetized it. But you can't say I'm a public speaker like that. I'm an entrepreneur who happened to also do public speaking. I hope that has answered that question. But in terms of PR, did you watch the video I did? I don't know, did you watch the video? You watched the video. And I told you, I said, PR is getting attention. Public relations about getting attention. Is spotlighting that which you are doing. Am I making sense? So I'll give you an example. We are launching the book. We launched the book yesterday in Abuja, right? Two of us. Because of the venue we used, 50 people, it was a 50 people venue. We are launching it today again. Because of this venue, we can only take 100 people. But 100 people compared to Nigeria alone, 200 million people, right? All over the world, you know how many number of people. So to leave this book launch as it is and say, congratulations, we can go, is not wise. So PR is to now take the content, which some of you will soon later see, syndicate it to bloggers. Dr. Cosmos and Stephen Akintayo launched their new book. You see where PR comes in now, so that the conversation can go beyond the 100 people here. Even this as well, we're going to push it out. Stephen Akintayo launched 30 days sales challenge, right? With details of how people can join. That's PR. So it's something I'm already doing. How do I get more people to hear about it? Else, I'll be winking in the dark, which is what people do. Am I making sense at all? Now, while I was in the plane with President Obasanjo, I mean, I chartered private jet many times, so it's not a big deal. But it's a big deal because it's with a president. How many people can say they flew with a former president, and not just that, he was reading their book from when they took off to the... How many people in the world? I bet he has never even done that for anybody. It has never even happened. But you know, I could have just been enjoying and say, imagine a president reading my book. No picture, no video. That's where many of you mess up. So I became my own cameraman, took picture, did selfie with ourselves. When we finished, I said, Baba, can you hold the book? Let's take picture when we landed. We took another picture of Baba holding the book and me holding the book, right? And in the next few hours, you will see it on my pages. Am I making sense at all? That is, yeah. So many of us, that's where we miss it. Some of you will come for this conference now. One single picture to say, do you know what has happened to me? Are you get what I'm saying? Today,
Yes,
I had
sir.
the privilege of being trained by the world's finest. This year, in this real estate, we don't blow, right? For you not to do that is not to do PR, and it is foolishness on your part. Because doing that gets attention. You see something, so you know, Dr. Stephen. So, Kinikon, so, you know, I've had people share all manner of testimonies that someone said, if you know Dr. Stephen, if he's hanging around you, you must have something, because I know he's a man of integrity, right? And that just opened the door for them. Are we learning at all? So many times, some of us have opportunities we could have maximized, but what did we do? We just commonize it. What's the big deal? You know, it's one of those things, you know, is so you have to talk about it. One of the secrets of my life is that I tell the story of my journey, right? And I'm not ashamed of it. If sometimes some good things happen to me, I will just do before and after, right? This is where I'm coming from. See my life today. See me. You know, some of you will feel, I don't want them to know I used to live in Sangota. Me, I will tell them, my house in Songo, me in Burj Khalifa, right? My house in Songo, my 3.3 acre house in Houston, Texas. I will show it. That's one of my secrets. I will let you know. This is where I'm coming from. This is how God is lifting me up. Am I making sense at all? That is PR.
Yes.
And those are the things that now get people's attention. I mean, say, maybe I should take him serious. Maybe I should look at the guy again. Maybe it was me that didn't see him very well. You see life as well. And maybe, you know, and they begin to change their mind about you. Are we learning at all? So I was privileged to have Bishop Oyedepo, invite me to his house. And then we had over an hour talk, and he did a video about me sharing my testimony. I did a letter to him. And after I posted that video, do you know my life changed? Some people who didn't care whether I existed, they care now. Suddenly, people you will try and chat, they will not respond. They started responding. They are even the ones saying, let's come and see you. I kid you, I'm not even joking. Now, when I tell someone, I say, so person came to my office. Even my own family, I say, how? Who? Where? Yeah, the person visited me, say, came to your office. So, but do you know, I could see Bishop Oyedepo and not make a story out of it. And I will still remain the same. So, PR is just you pushing light, talking about it, spotlighting the opportunity. Do you know, like, there are people who got job in Gtext Holdings that what would have made them to sell in the first month is to just do drama about the job. Say, I just do a story. Say, I've always looked up to this man for the last 5 years. To know that one day I will work with him. My daughter does that drama. Sometimes you dramatize your life, right? And say, I can't believe this. Guys, help me thank God. Guess what? Part of those who will buy will be among those who will say, wow. Those who can afford. I say, so which property do you people even have? Am I making sense at all? Yes. Congratulations. Which property do you people even have? But some of us will never talk about it. We'll never, because in your mind, it's not your dream job in Canada. You see the point now? But it's your dream job in Nigeria. Thank God for that one. That Canada, we still get there. We will. We will. So this is my before and after. It started from Nigeria. It didn't start from when we are now open business in Dubai. You need to see when we open our office in Dubai, the drama I made. It was a shared office, but I did drama. Say, see us now. From humble days in Ogba, to office in Dubai. But guess what? The same us who was doing shared office in Dubai got a whole floor. So the problem is we underrate where we are. I'm not making sense. I'm just saying where I am is not big enough. You see, when I get to that big one, what you don't know is that the life goal keeps shifting. Am I making sense? Okay, one of my dreams was I wanted to have a house in the US. And I don't want your normal, I want 5 acres, right? Last year, I finally bought a multi-million-dollar house in US, 3.3 acre, right? Now, yes, you can clap well, that's not easy. So clap well. It's not beans. It's not beans.
Yes, sir.
But hear this. My dream right now as I speak to you is bigger than the house. But if I did not thank God for that one, because that's what happened. Because by the time you accomplish that, your mind is already bigger. Do you see the point? But usually we will not suppress the need to say, for 5 years ago, this was like the almighty goal that I can't achieve. But because I've moved and today I achieved, then you now say, no, if I now get the new goal, no, celebrate even this one. And do you know, for your information, because I celebrated at my US house, it turned the game for me as well. Right? There are top people who now visit Houston and say, can we come and see your ranch? Right? You see where I'm going. So it is you that the thing is small for. It's not small for others. Even those who are bigger than you still celebrate the journey. You don't get what I'm saying? They can still relate to the fact that, wow, this person has moved from here to here. And this is one of the secrets of Jessica. Many people in Gtext Holdings don't know that. Jessica is vulnerable to share a story. Others in the company are not sharing. I don't know that you get my point. So because you share, more people want to help you. One of these I tell people, I say, when you testify about how somebody helped you, I don't care how small that thing look, everybody else want to help you. Be like, for this person to help him, me too. Maybe we sing my praise like that too. Right? Since I started my relationship with Dr. Cosmos, I know how many of his colleagues now takes me serious. It's like the way this boy, the way he carries this Cosmos Maduka. How many of my own mentees I have sown and sown in the life of many people? They don't talk about me like Stephen talks about Cosmos. Am I making sense? You see, are we learning at all? So you must understand how, and those things are little things, but they are part of PR. And they are PR that is affordable. Because it's, am I making sense? Affordable PR that doesn't cost much. God is lifting us up gradually. So, for example, if there's a way you write about this meeting, that some people will probably think you sold 1 billion for us to have allowed you. Because it's about how you write it. I was privileged to be among one of the few less than 100 people invited by Dr. Stephen to Wheat, it doesn't end there, hear it well, to Wheat Baker Hotel, Ikoyi, because some of them don't know where Wheat Baker is. Wheat Baker Hotel, Ikoyi, right, where we were served lunch. Okay? And that just told me that 2025 is a different year. I come in the name of the Lord. Our real estate business will touch billions this year. And people would, I'm telling you, the universe is seeing it. Let me wrap up with this story so that I can go, because I have the book launch and I need to rest too. Yeah, why not? I remember, and this is a very powerful story, you shouldn't joke with me. But if you want to share your story, quickly share so that I will wrap up with mine. Let us share our story, then I take your question. Yeah.
This thing actually works, right? So people want to hear your story. They just want to see that you are moving. And you show them, they will be attracted to you. You know, success attracts success. So you attract the right kind of people. So I've been posting, and I don't just post. I post, if I go for events, I post, I edify it. And it should look like, wow. And I always talk about Dr. Stephen. So when I posted Dr. Stephen's birthday, somebody attacked me. I was like, you don't post birthdays, you don't post anybody. But why this one? That's what I don't. You know how my life has changed from the rock bottom to a lot of stories I said on Facebook, Instagram, every part of my status, and people like, wow. So even my own story, I had to put it on the profile. I made a profile video and I sent it to my friends. Even clients that bought because of you, this is my story, this is that, some that I have not bought. I told them, I know you have not bought from me, but this is my story, and I know someday you are going to buy. You know, some of them like, I must buy from you. Congratulations and all this. I intentionally did that. That was intentional. So some of my friends that I invited, I've been following up, that know that exceptional people that can sell, that knows people. That one of them attended, came to Abuja, and she's a stockbroker, a very big time one. She's doing very good. So that if you want to come, don't come alone. Just make sure you come with your friends, your family, and all that. She came with a client. A client that is going to invest, not just Nigeria, but US. And that makes sense because of the story. You know, when you tell your story in a very big way, it can, you know, person here. Or we did everything together. She's a big person there. You know, if she puts her mind in something that was telling her, she can do better. And when she saw the story, it was this story that actually brought her here. Thank you.
Yes, your question. Give him the mic.
Thank you so much for today. My question has been, this question has been in my mind for long before.
think you asked this question during last lunch, ABC of American Real Estate. Please, doctor, tell me, you said that day that buying was really on the price. And from what I've seen in Gtext, Gtext is the luxurious company, the luxurious of real estate in Africa and some days the world.
It's already the world. We are not Africa anymore.
Yes.
If we are doing US, we are doing Dubai. It's Dubai Africa. It's US Africa. So please, the world, use the right word.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of real estate global.
Yeah. Give us our flowers. Yes.
Please, I want to know how to monetize luxury in real estate transactions.
Okay, beautiful question. So when we say monetize luxury, and we need to get it very well, we're just saying that if you have to live a luxurious life, create a way for that luxurious life to generate income for you. And there are two ways luxurious life generates income. So what we mean is one house, you buy one house, or God, your group will sanction you people. Right? So let's assume I bought this multi-million-dollar house in the US, right? Now my house, two ways I can monetize it. Number one is to invite wealthy people to come there, right? And it changed their perception of me or help to strengthen their perception of me. And I've done that. I've hosted Dr. Cosmos in my house in the US. I've hosted about Michael Cura, a couple of other people. And it's helped even in business where some of my clients, because they've been to my house and they could see the kind of house I've afforded, they're able to say, okay, if I say what I was supposed to pay, let's say I'm supposed to pay in 90 days, I'm able to stretch it to 1 year, you see? Those things are how I've been able to monetize that house. Another way is cash monetization, where when I'm not around, I've not started, I could choose to do Airbnb, luxury Airbnb on the house, and people just rent it, and I'm able to make some, because I'm not always in Houston, right? So I can use that as well. So those are what we mean by monetizing luxury. There are two ways to it. There's indirect monetization. An example, and it fits into what we were discussing earlier, right? When I was in Dubai, one of the strategies, and I mentioned in today's video, please, if you have not watched today's video in your group, go and watch it. Powerful video. I've done every day. I have a video for you. Watch it. Start your day with those videos and do the assignments. So when I moved to Dubai, I'm a Nigerian. I don't know too many people. Dubai is very cosmopolitan. I'm trying to sell property. And once I moved to Dubai, the property in Dubai were now more expensive compared to Nigeria. So it became really a tough issue for me, right? So I then said, okay, how do I penetrate the Dubai market? First move, monetizing luxury, was I had started a show in Nigeria called Investment Chat in a Rolls Royce, right? I then did the Dubai version, okay? And I came up with a few content. One of the TikTok videos, don't buy this, buy this. I was pointing to a Rolls Royce, and I got over 10 million views. That just changed my brand in Dubai. Another thing I did was I lived in Burj Khalifa intentionally because I knew it's luxurious, right? I got a Rolls Royce. Of course, a friend pushed me into it, and I got a driver that is not even black intentionally. And every morning, I was recorded every morning, not without fail. I'm being recorded coming out of Burj Khalifa, entering the Rolls Royce, and being driven to work. And that just turned the game for me. So one day I just posted on my pages, I said, from today, if you're going to buy property less than $1 million, don't talk to me. Talk to my staff. People insulted me, but guess what? Those who could afford $1 million started entering my DM. And that was a game changer. So that still answers monetizing luxury. So that just things you can clap if you want to clap and clap. So, but those are a few things you can do, but be careful so that you're not faking it till you make it and you're crippling yourself because you're trying to impress people. Because like I said, If you enter that, then you will not even give yourself a break. Because in PR, everything is not luxury in PR. It's story. The real luxury is the storytelling part of it. What story? Am I making sense at all? For example, I just told you now, it's no longer a story if I tell anybody I'm in a PJ. That was normal. I've done that several over. But it is story that, first of all, a former president invited me to fly with him. That's story. It is story that a former, and you must keep knowing what is the story in every situation. It is story that the man took a hold of my book, the author, and then read it till we landed. That's story. And with picture evidence to show. That is the story. So everything is not luxury, because sometimes if you're not careful, all you will now be throwing out is how to show you are wearing designer wristwatch. I still don't do luxury today, but I understand how to tweak my story. Are we together now? To show where I was and where I am, and the testimony part of it, to inspire people. And that inspiration, rich or poor, everybody wants inspiration, and everybody respects you for inspiration, rich or poor. Make sense? Beautiful. Well, have we had a great time? Yes. Come on, have we had a great time? So, tomorrow, they are aware on Saturday, 8 a.m., no late coming, so be there by 7. It's going to be a hotel. We are using the rooftop bar, no late coming, and it's not for everyone. You will have to have been invited. The invitation will be depend upon, one, you carried out the assignments we gave you with evidence to show. Or two, even if you didn't carry out the assignment, you made sales to show. Whichever one. Okay, so those are, so in the group, be active. Show that I did the assignment for today. How many of you know the assignment for today now from the video I did? You know the assignment? No, that's one of it. Bring 1,000 people. No, that's one. Come up with a marketing strategy. Come up with a way to get attention from today. The attention about your real estate business. The attention, I've given you an expo. This event could be the one that will give you the attention. If you know how to tell the story, are we together now? But get attention, because we're able to make it clear in that video. Go and watch the video, you see the assignment. We're able to make it clear in that video that, look, it is, you have to get the attention first before we now know who can buy, who will buy, who will not buy. Right? So it begins with getting attention first. Right? And the attention must be around your business. You must link the attention to your business, not that empty attention, else you will now become famous but poor. And you see a lot of famous people, poor people, right? So it must be attention, but around your business that can get people to just really be curious what you're doing, where you are. All of that is the assignment. But assignment number 2, and that one is general through the 30 days. Call 50 people today. Enter DM, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, create, upgrade to premium LinkedIn. If you have premium LinkedIn, you can even enter, even if you are not friends with Dangote, you will be able to send him inbox message if you are LinkedIn premium, right? So move to LinkedIn premium, enter people, don't be shy of what is gainful. This is about your career here. Don't be shy. Am I making sense at all? Talk to people, message them, reach out. I do this, craft your marketing message. It's part of what we said. My own marketing message is simple. My name is Dr. Stephen Akintayo. I'm known as the world's most influential investment coach of African descent, right? I help rich people make more money through real estate investment, right? Will you be interested, sir? You know, so that I can share more with you. Just something very, and then I'll put my social media handles, I'll put my website, I'll put everything so they can, because some people go and check me out first. When they see, and that's also why you must work on your pages. When they go online, then, this guy looks okay. Then they come back and say, okay, what do you do? Tell me more. Are we together now? So we all must do that today. Call people on phone. Hello, I sell real estate. Say I know feedback. Can you refer me who feedback? Right? Don't be ashamed. Yes, everybody is important. If you can't buy, you can link me who can buy. Right? Those who come, you can call, send them DM. Target people, look at high network people and message them. There's no shame. There's no shame. Jessica has not told her story. Because of her background, like mine, those of us from poor background, we don't know rich people. Jessica, when she joined our internship, you know what she was doing? She will resume work 6:30 a.m. We resume it. And then she will come with her joggers. That's why she came early. And then go and be jogging in the estate. Right? And some of these rich people, young girl, you too, yes sir, how is sir? Collect number. That's how she made her first sale. In the same estate offices from jogging. Right? Man bought 1 acre. Her first commission, 6 million cash. 6 million cash for somebody who could not afford 5,000 naira to come to office. Her auntie had to even send her the money for her to start the internship with us. First income, 6 million. Right? So many of you are not shameless. And I told you in my famous quotable quote, if you can sell shamelessly, you'll be stinkingly rich. Right? This one, nobody knows you and you are carrying shoulder. Those of us who should have shame, we are the one that we don't get shame with our business. This is what I say, come and buy. It's you that nobody knows you. You are carrying shoulder pad. Call them. Yes, they will say they are not buying. You move to the next customer. Am I making sense at all? Call them. If they can't afford, they should link you with who can afford. But call everybody on your contact. Who is with me? Come on. Who is with me? God bless you all. Have a great day. Why didn't you ask all this while? Why didn't you ask now? I have to go. This is already 2. The next meeting is by 4 now. Yeah, what's your question?
Thank you, sir. My question is, some clients that when they see your post that you're selling for this company, they will ask me about the company. After much time, they will say, don't worry, I'll go to their website and check about it. After checking, they will come straight to the company. So how do your company handle such clients?
Well, beautiful. So we have a link, and I hope you have your affiliate link. Right? There's an affiliate link, and the affiliate link takes them straight to the company. Straight. But it tracks that it came from you. Even you can be checking to see that these sales that happened for the company was your link. Right?
I say that you have collected your partnership. I brought them in. So they have your partnership.
So I need you to know this. I mentioned that earlier of a sales that happened at a company where the man spoke to 4 people. So sometimes you can't avoid this. There are few people you'll be talking to that don't know me already. Trust me. Right? So you must be cautious of that, because that also creates fights in companies where you don't know that you are just maybe the 3rd person talking to the person about the same brand, or the 4th person. What is unique that you must learn, and I've mentioned that many times, to give them a customized experience they can't get from any other staff, right? From the way you talk to them, from the incentives, from the advice. I just gave you one now of a bishop who was saying, I want to buy land in the UK, right? Then I'll build apartments and all of that, isn't it? To buy land in UK doesn't mean you can go to someone else. Right? To do construction, it doesn't mean you can go to someone else. But you see how I gave him a unique idea he won't get from another agent. And the other agent cannot help him execute it. Which is how we can get this 3-story in a place where they're already giving approval for 10 story. Right? And then after we buy it, we apply for permit. When the permit comes, we renovate the place, start getting rent while we're waiting for permit to come out. And then what we do, we'll not take bridging loan when the permit comes out, and then we'll build 10 story. And you will not make less than 7 million pounds. When I was done with the man, okay, nobody else can come up with that strategy. Right? Does that make sense at all? So that's the way you want to be dealing with customer. Be unique in your approach such that they want to deal with you. Yes.
Because most times I hear that government build property for you. Now we're selling land in years. When I ask if I die, government builds properties for then you buy with mortgage and all that. So how do they?
You see my problem now. I've mentioned this over and over again. Government does not build property for nobody, right? You can't be an agent and not know what you are selling. There's nothing like government build property for anybody in America. So can I give all of us the assignment to just Google understanding real estate in America? There are a lot of YouTube videos on it, just so that you understand. Are we together now? What they probably meant is, if you're a first-time home buyer, there's something we call a first-time buyer FHA loan. So it's a mortgage where normally if you're buying a house in America, if you're let's say you're a citizen, you have Social Security, you are supposed to drop about 10 to 15% of the money as down payment. But if it's your first time buying and you have Social Security, you can drop as low as 3.5. You know, that's what they probably are trying to refer to. But there's nothing like government build house for you in America. Okay? And so when you also then buy land in America, you can, when you are building, you can get what we call construction loan to build your house. And you just drop a portion of it, and then the loan will cover the rest, and then the house is built for you. Right? So these are things we need to know. Are we together now? Else it will be difficult. Like I said, the reason why selling is difficult is not because it's difficult, it's just that we don't know. The last meeting we had, I hope some of you came, a guy was asking about C of O. When I was done showing him that C of O is a scam, he was shocked, right? And his eye opened, and he now knew how you can sell a land without C of O. But it's because we are not even reading. What is even this C of O? How does it even work? Right? So when you don't know what you don't know, it's easy to even confuse yourself and confuse a customer. Right? I was in Canada when, please sit down if you're done with your question. I was in Canada when a client claimed that we're a scam. Why were we a scam? Even had asked for his refund. He said that we sold a land to him, and then he went to research in the government records, and the C of O was in the name of a general, not in Gtext name. In fact, thank God the people in the hall knew about real estate. Okay, they don't give 2 C of O now. If Gtext bought the land when it has C of O, the C of O will always carry the name of the original person the C of O came in. They don't give second C of O. What Gtext you should have asked from Gtext is that, where is the deed of assignment that will show the name of the person on the C of O being the one selling the land to Gtext? The only other thing Gtext could also do, and it's optional, it's not compulsory, it's called governor's consent, which is to now carry that deed of assignment, not C of O. The deed of assignment between the man whose name was on the C of O and us to the governor. The governor will say, oh, I consent, that's the meaning of governor's consent, I consent to the fact that the man we gave C of O has now sold the land to Gtext. That's the meaning of governor's consent. But you don't know these things that you have been selling. So you create issues, and everything is just, everything is just muddled up. Okay? Muddled up. And the staff who was, or the agent who was handling him too, didn't know the answer. So the man was convinced that it was scam though. Asked us for refund, of course, he lost 30%. He was not angry that he lost 30%. When we broke it down for him, he was opening his mouth. Hey, but why did you teach us? We teach this. If you go to my YouTube, if we can just be diligent these 30 days to go to my YouTube, Dr. S. Akintayo, you will see my videos on documentation. Can I get a marker? right? Land documentation and sizes. Check it on YouTube, right? So that you even understand. We explain square meters, we explain acres, we explain hectares, right? And all of that. We also explain what is governor's consent, what is deed of assignment, what is gazette, all of these things. So let's know what we are selling so that it will be easy. And what you don't know, who should you call? Eh? Who should you call, guys? The Gtext and Associate team, right? That's why they are there for you. They all will also be in those groups to give you advice and answer questions. So that's my handle on YouTube. Subscribe to it and look for this video. We're good?
Yeah.
Quickly, I need to go. No more questions after the two of you, please. No more. Yeah. Yeah.
How do I best position myself?
How do you best position yourself? The first thing, you have to be consistent. That's the first way to position yourself. Some people will watch you for the next 3 months before they even talk to you. Some 3 years. Some 5 years. Do you know how many people are telling me, Dr. Stephen, if I want just told me in Houston, I wanted to buy your land as far back as 8 years ago. I was about paying. Then I called my sister. I said, hey, they're all scammers. He said, I watched the land move from 1.5 to 3 million to 8 million to 10 million to 50 to now 40 million. Say, I promise you this year, I'm with you. 8 years later. Positioning is to be consistent, right? You can't speak real estate today. I speak oil and gas tomorrow. Eh? Are we together now? And then speak politics next tomorrow. And then which other business? Tech. Forex next tomorrow. You have to be consistent. Next, yes.
Just one question, very quickly. First one has to be how do you be the most valuable salesperson? Because I know you as a consultant, investment coach, vast experience. How do you be the salesperson that is highly valuable? That's one. Two, how do you be a brand? A global business that can uplift you. I mean, the business that is most valuable and respected all that work can also uplift you. Thank you.
Well, this is a whole 1 month course. Right? And it's true. It's not something I can just give you, you know, it's because they are both lifelong journey. The two questions you've asked, right? To be the most valuable person, you have to be consistent. It's a lifelong journey, right? How come some of you don't know me 7 years ago, right? Even if you know me, how come you didn't come for my seminar 7 years ago? Why is it now? It has taken time for me to have shown results that you too can say there's something I can learn from this person. So we must, first of all, know there's no shortcut, right? We must keep at it. So for you to be a valuable salesperson, you have to sell volume. I've sold over $1 billion worth of real estate. So I know I can tell you a thing or two, right? But I can't come here and say I want to sell you real estate and I don't have results. And it takes time to build results. It takes time, it takes practice, it takes experience. It takes going over it again and again and again. And the same thing with companies that we leave. You just have to have the right structure. It has to be built around not just you. You must lose control, right? Today now, we now have signatories across our businesses. You know what that means? That's sensitive. It means 3 people can collude now and take all our money away. Right? You lose control. Right now, we have MDs for every subsidiaries. And those MDs are even appearing on TV. So they can go anywhere and do business on the behalf of the company, and they can do otherwise as well. I will still suffer for it, and I've suffered like that. So, in fact, the last one was $1 million in Dubai, and it was my branch manager that oversee everything, and I'm the one suffering it. Okay, so if you say I want to be transgender, that's why sometimes when you abuse people and talk anyhow, you better go and ask God for forgiveness, because you have not been where they are. I tell people, I say, convert your criticism to questions as long as the person has more result than you. Can I say that again? Convert your criticism to what? To questions as long as the person has more what? Result than you. Because there's no method some of these people have not tried to build a transgenerational business. It's easy to come and say, hey, I'm K.O. Abiola. He did not build a transgenerational business. Have you built one? If you have tried it, you see how difficult some of these things can be. I'm not making sense at all. Human being can be the most difficult. You can raise somebody today, raise the person, and tomorrow the same person will get public opinion on his or her side that you cheated him or her, and the whole world still hates you for it. For somebody you picked from nothing. Nothing. That's human being for you. And if you then try to defend yourself, what happened? They even say, you see, we knew, because some of your defense will now sound like you're harsh. So we see, you see, she said it, but he just practiced it now. I'm the one that made you. I am the one that empowered you. He says, are you God? Everybody tell him, are you God? Right? So it's a journey, it's not a destination. Right? And all you can do is try, like we are doing, which is build people, work with them, let's have people run the business, not just me. Are we together now? I'm not the chairman of the company. Our group CEO enjoy life more than me. His salary is more than mine. But he's most times in Dubai or he's in Germany. Group CEO, I'm his chairman, but you see me hustle now. He's probably sipping tea as we speak. Chopping life. My brother, I hope I've answered you. It's not easy. I wish I have, sometimes people ask me a question, I wish I can just give you one, this formula. And I know that's what you are looking for, but unfortunately, unfortunately, it doesn't exist. Me and Jessica, we were together in Abuja. We came back together, right? I was in this place before. You see? Ask those who work with me, I work harder. So you want to build a great business, there's no shortcut. There's no shortcut. There is no shortcut. Thank you. Hope to see some of you at the book signing by 4 p.m. Please, we need everybody to exit. We have some drinks, tea for you and some snacks. We need all of you to exit, as we also need to arrange this place for the book signing. Thank you.
My name is Pastor Daniel. I'll just pay for you. Thank you so much.
So please, for those of us who want to get the books, we can make our way down to the book stand. So we have different packages there. You can get the book in single copies. You can also get the book as a box package. So you can make your way down to the book stand right away.
Yes, please. For the 4 p.m., you need to go and register now. If possible, can we move that table maybe outside so that it doesn't affect, we can move it outside.
Okay, so it was not very, so that we now need an arrange this place. Move the paper of the books outside. Here now, and let's also call the very people to come and rearrange it. Let's put it out like, oh, take me to arrange it. Let's put it outside, because we just have to be on.
Yes, so for those of us who be at 4 p.m. events, it's very important we make our way down to the book center right away.
Jessica Elibio's journey with Gtext Holdings is a powerful story of resilience, hard work, and
It will be great to have us, to see us again by 4 p.m.
Jessica Elibio's journey with Gtext Holdings is a powerful story of resilience, hard work, and transformation. In 2023, Jessica was at her lowest point, unable to afford transportation fares for interviews. Determined to change her situation, she applied for an internship program at Gtext Holdings. At Gtext, Jessica fully embraced the daily training sessions led by Dr. Stephen Akintayo, the Odogwu of real estate. Her hard work paid off when she made her first big sale, 6 plots of land that earned her a 6 million naira commission. That moment marked the beginning of her rapid rise in the company. By the end of 2023, Jessica was among the top 5 salespeople, earning well-deserved recognition. In 2024, her exceptional performance earned her the title of Highest Salesperson of the Year, a car, and millions in commissions. She also enjoyed all expenses-paid trips to Ghana and Cameroon, a testament to Gtext Holdings' culture of rewarding excellence. Now the acting managing director of Gtext Associates, she now trains senior salespersons and speaks internationally. Jessica inspires others with her story of perseverance, rising from humble beginnings to making billions in sales and earning millions in commissions. She believes Gtext Holdings can change lives just as it changed hers. The training is top-notch, she says. If you put in the work, success is inevitable.
Something massive is happening right here in ENQUIRIES.